set it to do an update, it just did it.
I wonder if I can do that. It's totally different.
You're
Slowly became Donald Duck.
Yeah, I can just do that.
Yep, I'm right there.
All right, when we actually go live, I ban that noise.
Like that voice.
I just got rated, damn it.
I veto it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to hashtag justdndthings. I'm Naked, the People's DM. What you have before you is most of Eugene and the Stoners. We had a handy Windows update, play trickery on one of our friends tonight. But he'll be here shortly. And to recap our last episode, our heroes are still hot on the trails of the Stone of Galore. This thing, this rock that all the bad guys want, our heroes don't necessarily know what it is or what it's for yet, but they know the bad guys want it, and therefore they're going to stop them from getting it. They had just encountered this necromancer in the cellar below Dandy Mop's wig shop, where everybody, including our guest star Braden, helped themselves to some sick-ass wigs, and then found the necromancer below being accosted by a number of Xanathar baddies, most of which were Kinku. Our heroes laid waste to most of them and got the necromancer to talk by beating that ass. And then Dodagor poked his head out to see one of the only remaining Kinku, startled by his appearance, start sprinting down the streets of the City of Waterdeep. Meanwhile, our friend Tilly is about to square off, solo style, with a fairly fearsome chest-size mimic. Will it work out for him? Probably not. But he's been dead before, so maybe he's just looking for a little nostalgia. Anyway, once we get out of the cellar here, we're going to be doing a chase. And if you guys look at Chapter 8 of the DM guide, we've got rules for chases. Specifically, how to do them and how for them to hopefully not be terribly boring. We're going to be doing this theater of the mind style, so you see us when we get to the chase, swap over to our theater of the mind screen. With a few characters on there to kind of represent the rough distance between the quarry and the hunters. The players being the hunters, and the Kinku with the Stone of Galore, at least allegedly, being the quarry. Basic rules are everybody's going to roll initiative, and in initiative order, they're going to run down the streets of Waterdeep. Obviously, catching your quarry is the goal here, so it's highly encouraged that the players use the dash action every round. So instead of using like an attack or a spell, chances are they're going to dash to use their movement speed again. Now, in a chase, you can do it the number of times equal to 3 plus the character's constitution modifier. You can keep going with the dashes after you run out of dash actions, but each time you're going to have to roll a DC 10 Constitution save at the end of the turn or gain 1 level of exhaustion. Once you get to level 5 of exhaustion, boom, you're out of the run. You're not chasing anymore. You're done. You can cast spells, you can do attacks, but again, if it's not designed to hamper or slow down, let's say, your quarry, you could have a bad time. The chase ends eventually. Either one side gives up the chase, or eventually, once everybody's out of dash actions, the quarry can get away, can make stealth checks versus perception checks of the party. There's numerous ways to end the chase. But one thing that we want to talk about is chase complications. Each of our characters, including the quarry, which is me, I'm a Kinku, I have a cloaca, I uncontrollably poop, that's the thing, with birds, and that's canon. Thank you, everybody. But urban chase complications is this table here. It's in the Dungeon Master's Guide. You roll a d20, and anything 10 or below is going to have some sort of consequence for whoever rolled that die. And they get worse and worse depending on what you roll. Some stuff just knocks you prone, which is obviously bad in a chase because you have to spend one whole movement action or half a movement action to stand up. Others, like you get opportunity attacks from guards or from bandits or numerous other things, depending on the die roll. which we'll see tonight when we start the chase. Other than that, I mean, we're not doing a chase in the wilderness. You can make your own chase tables. Characters can split up. There's all kinds of different things to do during a chase, but this is our first time running it here on Just D&D Things, and my first time as a DM running it, so we're going to stay pretty basic. We're still waiting on Sally, but hello, everyone. Welcome back. How are y'all doing?
Hello.
Welcome back. Hello.
Hola.
So, as I said in the recap, y'all are still in the cellar below. Dodagor, you've just seen the Kinku sprint down the street in the City of Waterdeep. And Tilly, you're within earshot of the rest of the party. However, you're about to give this dumbass chest a hug.
PC, you're mine.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, just so that way you know, Sally just sent me this.
I cannot even come close to see
It's
that.
the Windows rotating thing.
Updating.
Okay. I'm positive that didn't just come out because mine updated this morning. He's in my shit list. You tell him that.
In fairness, I did update mine this morning as well, but he probably didn't get on his PC. Or maybe he did, and he just sucks.
What kind of nerd doesn't get on their PC first thing in the morning? Drinks water.
Well, seeing as how I would be the one that saw the dude start to book it, we got a runner, I'd say, and then I'd start after him.
All right.
Dopey would immediately follow behind him.
Okay. So, Tilly, you hear this. What do you want to do?
I kind of come up to here and I look out. What's going on?
And when you see Dodagor and you see Dopey sprint up these stairs, Derry follows behind them. Binky, you can choose what you want to do, but also Braden just goes. Pew!
I guess I'm following these guys.
This isn't over.
Go pew. So, yeah.
I look at the chest and tell it that this isn't over, and I follow.
You see the chest just kind of go, like opens its blinky amber eyes and it goes, and then just goes back to looking like a normal chest. And then you take off after him?
Yeah.
All right, everybody goes. So if you guys measure out the distance between your characters, you have approximately 60 feet between you and this Kinku. Oh, hi, Adam. Adam says hi, Daddy's friends.
Hi, Adam.
Hi.
And to Adam, I'll say, friend is a strong word.
Damn.
I'm kidding.
Fair
He got me a
enough.
riot baton for my birthday, so it's okay. We're
Right.
friends.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I know what someone's not going to use it for, and that's racial injustice, so I'm glad I have it. Boom. Oh, man.
A gazer on here as well.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because there's a gazer about. Don't you remember? There was one watching?
Yeah. I mean,
Because I was just like,
would know
I
would
made
know
the
that.
noise.
And Dodagor would know that. But I don't know if anybody else would know that.
Well, he's there. He's a gazer. He's going to sound weird. We'll see how it goes. Anyway. So, everybody, roll initiative.
Oh, damn.
Oh, shit. I got to add all the turn orders on this fucking thing again. You guys roll. I will populate the list.
Excuse me.
Except for if that happens. All right, add turn. Tilly, how dare you?
Alright, what?
How dare you, Tilly?
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? How can you do this to me?
How dare you?
Cut it out. Stop.
Stop. Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. You guys like that intro, by the way?
Chicka.
Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Wow. All right.
Yeah, or if it gets real ominous, you just do the...
All right. So also the thing that you guys need to understand is that you might get within range of the Kinku, but it's not like normal combat where each thing is a 6-second interval in its own time frame. all of this is happening at the same time. So you guys are going in turn order, but it's not like a combat round. So it's assuming that he's running at the same time that you guys are running, and essentially you guys need to close the gap through other means than just dashing, or through hopefully him rolling poorly on the mishap table.
So who gets to make Derry their gimp?
Yeah, chat overlay. I guess we'll
Derry
roll
got a
for it.
21.
Mug of the D&D stream, as always, is Gavin, our mimic boy.
Hey, Gavin.
I just remembered his initiative modifier, so I just rolled it for him. But
Well, looks like Nick has got another coin purse.
Well, that was his initiative roll. You guys can all roll now to see. I don't even. Milo, as he goes up the stairs, Milo trips and breaks his ankle.
Oh, he's out.
go on without
He's like, "Ow! I'm too beautiful for this chase."
I don't want to sweat, guys.
It ruins my hair.
This is effort.
Nope,
Am
I'm
I
not.
really gonna win with a 9? I swear to
I'm
God.
not.
She
I'm not.
rolled.
Well,
Tilly rolled a D4.
I know, I intentionally did it because I was terrible at running 2 characters last week.
I mean, it's
He
just-
still got
it's
the
just gonna
max
be me going
roll.
Dash.
I still matched Doc with it.
He hopefully will be here before then, even though he doesn't apparently have a solid state drive for his boot drive, which is sad.
Classic.
Sad.
Technology, he's stupid.
All right. So who's got him? Is it
I guess me.
you got a 9? Where's
Got a
Binky's
9.
roll? Does Binky not want
I
him
got an
either?
8.
Yeah, Nate.
Yeah, he's hashtag TFSB. He got an 8. I did legitimately win with a 9.
Oh my
Team
god.
four.
That's a shame.
Task force.
All of you are bad and should feel bad. But yeah, okay.
I do feel bad. That's why I'm getting drunk to make the pain go away.
Because that's how it works.
You have control over the token there, but it's not really going to matter, just so you
Yeah,
know.
I figured not.
You're the closest to the Kinku, by the way. You got a few feet on everybody else just because you were the first to notice and yell at everybody. Man, this is a perfect close-up of that fucking Widow's Peak, guys. Look at it. With the headphones on either side, it just looks like a dick and balls.
Looks like a dagger. Just
That's a much less sexual thing that it looks like, I agree.
Ah, yes, editing.
Thinking about shaving my head.
You're thinking about it?
You should just leave that one front part, though.
You should just fill in the rest of the...
That way
the
you're never truly disarmed.
Not only that, or instead of like you could do the reverse head shave and just tattoo hair onto your head.
you just contact Bosley.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, some
get those
Rogaine.
sweet Rogaine or the fucking hair plugs.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Dude,
just,
it's
just
the
have him
fucking-
take the hair from your back and put it on your head.
I have no hair on my back.
Mike's even showing you. He's showcasing the Sharpie for filling in the spots. You see that? He's just like, hey, check it out. You can use this. I
So
did
trust me, it
He
works.
can prove that it works.
it. We do things sometimes here, everyone. Sometimes.
Anyway.
All right. So the first up is Derry.
Call back. Call back.
So, let me describe the scene. It's early spring in the city of Waterdeep. You guys are downtown, busy trades ward. It's late, but not so late that everything's closed. It's actually just starting to hit just like the perfect time of night for hitting the tavern, going to the pub, going to the club. Everybody's dressed to kill. Everybody's hanging out. The
In
streets
other words, the streets
are crowded. Not to mention that, but it's also damp with a slight chill because it's not quite late enough in spring for it to be fully warmed up yet. It's still a nice, I'd say 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside, 50, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a chill. That's a big range. Let's go with 50s. Low 50s. Dodagor, you come back up from yelling at everybody, and you see just the barest glimpse of the Kinku as he goes out of sight into the busy streets of Waterdeep. You know what directions he's going in, and you're leading the way. But that being said, Derry's up first, so what's he going to do?
He's gonna dash.
All right. So go ahead and have him dash. Don't actually move the token for me.
Will do.
But go ahead and roll your urban chase complication. It's a d20, just a straight d20.
15.
Okay, so nothing crazy happens to Derry. He just pushes his way pretty easily through the crowd. He's catching up to the Kinku, who's moving quite fast. Dopey, it is your go. Now, keep in mind for me, Dotagor, the number of times that Derry has dashed.
I'm keeping track.
Good.
Dopey is also going to go ahead and dash for a full 60 feet of movement.
Okay. You catch sight of the Kinku up ahead. He is fast. He is light on his feet. He's darting through the crowds and jumps over the small fruit cart. And you guys see a small child's like, "Oh, you gonna buy something or not, you little bad freak?" And he disappears past the fruit cart. And go ahead and roll a d20.
18.
All right, nothing crazy happens. You glide through the streets of Waterdeep. Dotagor, it's your turn.
It's my rogue training.
Oh yeah.
I will do the same.
Okay. Oh, okay. So Dotagor,
Oh no.
after the Kinku jumps over the fruit cart, the small yelling child starts this argument between two other customers in the streets. He's like, "Oh, are you talking to me?" It's like, "Do I sound like a child to you?" And the other guy socks him. And he just stops right in front of you. And go ahead and roll a strength check for me. Or it could be also a dexterity or a charisma check. Your choice.
I'm gonna go Dex.
Okay.
14.
Okay, so you fail that, and unfortunately, you're going to take 2d4 bludgeoning damage, and you're going to count these brawlers as 10 feet of difficult terrain. So you only move forward a total of, what does that mean? 40 spots? It would be double movement? Yeah, so 40 feet. So you're now behind Dopey and Derry here by about 10 feet. Alright, so you take 5 damage as you, push them apart, but as you get through in between them, pow! Right in the kisser. Someone just lands this lucky blow, but you're too focused on your quarry to really stop and deal out the what for, you know what I mean?
Damn.
And that means, Tilly, it's your turn. Tilly, you have disadvantage on all of your urban chase complications thanks to your cone.
Fuck. Okay.
You opted to keep it.
I was about to say, tell me it doesn't make sense.
I actually didn't opt to keep it.
Yes, you did.
Yes,
you
you
said,
did.
I want to keep it. We offered to take that thing off of you 6 times. You're like, I'm
And
gonna
I
keep
gave
it.
you an extra point of AC for it, and you're like, yes! You I could feel your Dungeons and Dragons boner through the phone.
That's true.
Alright, so you got a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
So make a DC
actually
10
makes sense for him.
dexterity check or an intelligence check. Your choice.
Oh
as
no.
the Kinku in front of you disappears into a loading zone where wow. They've stacked crates and barrels in this weird way, and it's hard to make your way through the maze. But you actually managed to get up ahead of these folks. So now you're kind of up there with Derry and Dopey here. Pretty close. And with that, it's the Kinku's turn, who is, again, he's very streetwise to the City of Waterdeep. You guys just hear like, "What?" And he just kind of sprints ahead of you guys. Ooh.
Doing a Terminator run.
All right, let's roll this. As you guys are running, you see the Kinku kind of sprint past a guard who sees the Xanathar symbol on the clasp holding down his cloak to his tunic. And the guard's just like, a Xanathar guild member running away. Sticks his foot out in an attempt to trip him. And the Kinku, deftly dodges over, just barely dodges over the guard's foot, avoiding being tripped.
Hit that 15, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
And, it wasn't a dex save or anything. It was an attack on the Kinku, and he just didn't get enough. But Yeah, no damage either. So he dodges the thing, and the guard actually sees you guys, and he's just like, "Who are those people coming up?" And it's now Binky Fiasco's turn.
A blue tiefling.
I also dash to try and catch up.
All right, everybody keep track. The only number of dashes you have is equal to 3 plus your con mod, so that's 1 for everybody so far. That being said, go ahead and roll your d20 for an urban chase complication. 19. So you make your way through the crowds of Waterdeep fairly simply. And then it's back to Derry. Dadagor.
He's gonna do the same thing.
All right, so another dash action for him, and another uncomplicated chase. He's making it. He's doing his thing in the world. The citizens of Waterdeep are kind of getting wise to you all chasing this bird person through the streets, and him kind of cow-catching his way through the crowds makes a path easier for you guys to make, as the stunned citizens of Waterdeep just kind of like, the fuck? And then you guys sprint past them just as fast, and Dopey, it's your turn.
I'm also gonna sprint.
All right, go ahead and roll. Ooh, baby. All right. Go ahead and make a DC 15 dexterity check.
I was looking at the wrong thing.
Oof. So, as you're sprinting, you're catching so much ground on the Kinku, like you've almost closed the distance to half the distance that you originally started at when a large horse-drawn carriage just pulls out into the street off of another side street right in your way. This is going to cost you 10 feet of difficult terrain, so it puts you back behind Dadagor now.
Oh, but wait.
And then it's Dadagor's turn.
I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh, good. Okay. So you're catching up again. You've recovered from your stumble and the punch to the face that you took. And it's Tilly's turn.
Tilly. Fuck.
Roll again. Could be worse.
Oh yeah.
Okay, it's not worse.
Nope.
So Tilly, you are like a one-man freight train, just kind of going through. You can't really see out of your peripherals at all. And I need you to make either a strength, dexterity, or intimidation check as a beggar kind of reaches out in front of you to ask for change.
Let's go with intimidation.
Go for it.
Dude, I would be pretty fucking intimidated.
How do you want to intimidate him?
You have the Dane train rolled up.
Billy? Like, oh fuck, nope, not
You just scream your name at him?
Yeah.
Beggar just goes, oh, what up? And he just kind of shies away from you, and you complete your dash action again. So
That's what happens when you're a +1 Tilly.
All right, it's the Kinku's turn again. He's going to keep dashing. He's got 2 dashes under his belt now, and he doesn't have any issues sprinting through the crowds again. Binky, it's your turn.
Cool. I am also going to dash again. Yay!
All right, so go ahead and make a dexterity save for me.
Cool. E.
Ooh, but it's just enough as 2 dogs kind of get in your way, and they're fighting over some like rotten food. You see like half a leg of mutton is kind of turned, and both of them have like their jaws on one either side of the bone, and they're just like, and you just whoosh, somersault over them with a very dexterous leap. And it's Derry's turn again. Let me guess, he dashes.
Correct.
All right, so this is Derry's third dash. Does he have more con? What's
Yeah,
his
he's got
con?
4.
He's got +4?
Oh, no,
4
he's got
total
4
dash.
total
Okay.
dashes.
Oh,
Nice. Okay. I was about to say, God damn! He
I mean,
a
I'm
thick
+3.
boy!
Con.
I've got +3.
Oh, look at that.
No complication as you traverse the City of Waterdeep. Excellent. Okay.
He's just
Yeah,
like,
he's
I
just
am
gonna get
Paladin
Oh,
Steve.
He wishes he was. Everybody wishes they were.
He's like, I'm gonna be the best paladin, Steve.
Dopey, it's your turn.
I'm gonna
Also
be-
gonna dash again.
All right. This is your
Well,
third
that
one. That should be your last one until you
Getting exhaustion.
get some exhaustion stuff. Okay, so 13, you don't have any problems. You're keeping good pace with Dotagor despite, you're not short anymore, but you're not tall. You're about average Napoleon height back in the day. But Dotagor is about to sprint ahead. Your turn, buddy.
Hey.
Hey, there you go. How much con do you have?
I have +3 to con.
Whoo boy, we're gonna
Yeah.
be dashing for days here. All right, Tilly.
Tilly.
I like how you're not a zombie anymore, but you're still a Pokemon. Oh man.
Oh Jesus!
So, you get a little turned around on the street, and you find yourself at that same loading dock as before. Go ahead and roll an intelligence check or a dexterity check.
I think that's the same roll he got last time, too.
It is. Being that you've been there before, you managed to navigate it pretty easily, but it still sets you back a little bit.
And you still don't know the word for egg.
Or moon. That big circle thing. Nah, it only comes out at night. It's scary.
Just wait until he loses the word for circle.
Oh, man. It might happen. I only do it when he does dumb things, so...
You see that big dinner plate in the sky?
Oof. Okay, so he
That empty
dashes
dinner
and he
plate, there's no
fails
food on it.
his dexterity save. Let's see if he has a mishap too. Oh man. So Kinku Boy has 1 level of exhaustion, but he has a natural 20 on his mishap table, so he's good there. But he's still staying ahead of you guys. But who's closest? Derry is close enough to see him just kind of like the feathers around his neck and his shoulders are kind of disheveled and just kind of like bringing up and down a little bit heavier than they were at first. And it's Binky Fiasco's turn. Will he still be at the back?
I don't know. I'm going to dash again.
Dash again!
I mean, if you
Oh,
have
shit,
any
you're on the
spells
wrong
that could
screen.
like
Ah.
ensnare him.
Yeah, if only.
You're about 60 feet away, too, so you gotta be
You're like
within
the
range.
end of your range,
Am I?
yeah.
Yeah, everybody, with the exception of maybe Derry, is about 60 feet away.
Okay, if I'm within 60 feet, can I cast Ray of Sickness on him?
I mean, you aren't.
Oh,
But you
okay.
can-
I didn't think I was, but some. Oh, damn it!
Ooh, is that my boy? Oh, dang it. Come here.
Shit.
What?
He
Derry.
rolled a 5 on his mishap.
All right, let me reconnect. Is Derry? Can you guys see Derry?
Not yet.
And yet,
No.
it's got the spinning circles of death.
Oh, that's not seeing him, Wes.
Nobody popped up.
I can see that it popped up.
Well, yes, but actually, no.
He's here, but he's not here.
All right, Bicky Fiasco, make a dexterity saving throw. Got to beat a 10. All
Oh boy.
right.
Hey!
So, you find yourself in a, like, you step in a damp puddle that's a little bit deeper than you thought it was, but rather than your ankle getting snagged and you falling prone, you manage to recover pretty easily and you don't lose any ground.
Ankle broken.
I was hoping Daru would be back for his turn, but I'm guessing he is gone for right now. So Dotagor, go ahead. We've got a very suspenseful chase. I wish I had like Mission Impossible music. We could just
He
go
gonna
like,
use his last dash.
ooh, okay. Go ahead and make me either a strength or a dexterity chase.
16.
Okay. So you guys have rounded the corner on what could only be described as an outdoor house party. You guys just hear push me and then just touch me until I get my satisfaction. Satisfaction. And it's just packed tight with every race of people under the sun. The city of Waterdeep is partying hard out in the streets. But Derry essentially just like puts his metal gauntlet hand out and he's just like bah, 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 and just pushes through the crowd, just sending them to the side. It's like, I don't need a shield, I got a fist! And he just pow, 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 pow. And he makes a path for you guys to make it through that crowd too. Dopey, you're up next.
I am going to dash again. Then 11,
Ooh,
and
okay.
then I think a
Ooh.
point of exhaustion as well.
Oh, for future reference, we're rolling the saves before we roll the complication, because that's when you would do it. When you dash, that's when you get the save,
Okay.
and then we're rolling the complication. It's fine, I get it. You failed. You got 1 exhaustion point. When you hit 5, you're out of the chase. So both you and the Kinku are at 1. What are you typing, Mike? And is it all caps? It's not
It's
allowed.
probably all caps. Yep.
No, it's Firestarter.
Palmer.
Yeah.
So, reading it, it says creature. Each additional dash action it takes during the chase requires creature to succeed on DC con check at the end of its turn.
Yeah, I'm just saying you roll the complication at the end of your turn too, so that's why I'm saying you're gonna roll the check first, then that, so I can keep track of it.
Okay.
That's good. Donagor, it is your go. Any word on Sally?
Dashing again.
My phone
right.
is with me. My phone's plugged in now.
Okay. That's your just mishap check because you're not on con saves yet, right?
Right.
Okay.
I got 2 more dashes to do.
Good to go. You find yourself in that same party, and you kind of bebop along through the path that Darius kind of forced with his metal fist. There's like flashing fire lights, just kind of people like shooting off fairy fires of different colors. Just prestidigitating, lots of fireworks. Prestidigitating laser yo-yos, just going crazy.
Hell yeah.
And it's Tilly's turn.
I break out my glow sticks, dude.
It's a 20 for the.
For your con save?
No. I have +2 to my con, so that's just my thing.
What you roll?
Just a dash.
I didn't mean to do the +3, so that's just my
Okay.
dash.
All right, and you're not on con saves then,
Fucking watching
correct?
you.
Okay. Cool. Natural 20. Good stuff. Tilly, you're right behind Donagor. He, in front of you, busts out these weird glowing sticks that, to you, look delicious.
Tilly about to eat a chem light.
Okay, it's the
Tilly
Kinku's
gets
turn.
distracted and forgets that we are in the middle of chase.
All right, this
Tilly
is his
starts
save. So he passes this con save, and then his complication. Oof. Let's see. Ooh, he got lucky. Okay, you rolled an 18, a 4, and then an 18 again for the save. But up ahead, he's fallen into like he takes a corner and out of sight of you guys. Excuse me. He finds himself along an alleyway with lots of garbage cans kind of stacked up, catty corner to each other all the way down the alley. And he's trying to dodge his way and weave his way through, and he manages to actually do it pretty successfully without slowing down. And Binky Fiasco, your turn.
Shit. Cool. I dash again.
Okay. How many more dashes do you have before you're exhausted?
1 more after this one.
You have a +3 con?
+2. So it's 3 + 2. I run for 5.
This
is
should be
4.
your 5th.
I was
No,
writing them down
he's
as I
on
went.
4
This is
because
4.
I'm on 4.
Oh yeah, you're the last in the order. I forgot. You're right. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, wait, what?
Okay, go ahead and roll your complication.
Cool. That one.
10. Okay. Ooh. Make a dexterity save. Is that a 10?
Yes.
Ooh. So you turn down the same corner as the Kinku up ahead, and you almost slam headfirst into a trash can that he's kind of dumped behind him, but you managed to just barely leap over it, because the DC for that would have been a 10. So you barely beat it.
Yes.
And from there, it's Derry's turn again.
All right, he's going to take his point of exhaustion.
Okay. Did he fail? He has
Well,
to
he's
fail
gonna
the con save.
Yeah, I know he has to take the con save, but he's on that point where he's got to take exhaustion. 1 to con. He
Oof.
failed.
And that's going to be 2 fails. Unfortunately. If he gets a critical save, we'll give him 1 back. But He has 2 levels of exhaustion from failing that. Go ahead and roll the complication. Oof. So that same trash can that Binky Fiasco just dumped over, he slams into it. Go ahead and roll 1d4. He takes 2 damage after he runs into that trash can, and it slows him down by about 10 feet. And all you guys are basically caught up pretty much all together here. And then it's Dopey's turn.
Who's gonna dash again?
Okay, you made the save.
Pass for my save.
Oof.
And then, oh no.
So that trash can had 2 angry cats inside, and you just hear and go ahead and roll dexterity save. Should be pretty easy for you. Ooh, but not that easy today, buddy. One of them reaches out and just like scratches you. Go ahead and take 1d4 piercing damage, and it's going to set you back 5 feet. Okay, 2 damage. And then it's Dodagor's turn. This Kinku is beating y'all's ass. Hopefully he gets tired.
I'm gonna dash again.
And that's your
Right on his ass.
Yeah, you're doing pretty well, except for that first time that you took about 10 the 10 difficult terrain. So you're pretty much the only one that has line of sight on him at this point. Let's move you up here a little bit. There you go. And then Tilly, it's your go.
And this is my last one before I start going for exhaustion levels. So,
Okay. Remember those cats? So you see the cats kind of jump up and like start clawing at Dopey, but what you didn't count on was the rat that they were both trying to eat and arguing over. Just like, just chomps into you. Go ahead and take 1d4 piercing damage for me.
hey,
And yep, set you back 5
You
spots,
love to see
5
it.
feet. Good old Tilly and rats, his only weakness.
Yeah, that and the undead.
Yeah, and words.
damn, I don't get a check to avoid it. That bitch just hit.
All right, so he's got 2 points of exhaustion. Let's see if he has a complication. Ooh, he finally takes one. He turns the corner. Dodagor, you see it up at the end of the alley, basically, and runs headlong into a carriage. And let's see if he can make this dexterity save.
Oof.
Ooh, he does. Okay, so he manages to, like, baseball slide right underneath it. Doesn't get slowed down, doesn't take any bludgeoning damage. Up next is Binky. This is 5 for you, right?
Yes, this is my last dash before I take.
Okay.
Why is it not doing the up arrow thing? What the fuck?
Liquid cocaine.
Ooh. Natural
I guess
20.
cocaine on myself.
Okay,
I have
so
a 24 pack of those and a 24 pack of Monster under my desk right now at work.
do you have any points of exhaustion?
No.
All right, so that would, I would say, take away 1, but you don't have one yet. Okay.
Can I just get an extra dash without getting exhausted?
Not an extra dash, but I'll give you an extra 10 feet.
Okay, cool.
And
Worth a
then,
try.
Derry, is Sally dead?
I don't know.
Rip Sally.
Can you text in our little group chat? My phone is over there.
Oh, wait, I got
Rip and
things.
deep
You didn't text the group chat.
Oh, never mind.
I'm not in the group chat, so I don't know.
He passed his con check.
Okay.
And he's
And
gonna dash
then,
again.
let's see the complication. Oof. That same rat that just took a chunk out of Tilly leaps from the cone of shame, sails through the air, and go ahead and make a dexterity save.
Oh,
He fails.
He tries to just hit it with the gauntleted fist, but he misses, and it flies onto his face and like sinks his way into his collar. And since his hand doesn't have any dexterity. The one that's carrying the sword is obviously carrying a sword, so he's trying to fish it out, but he ends up taking 1d4 damage, and he's going to get set back about 5 feet. And then it's Dopey's turn. Is he there, guys? Can you see him?
He's still circling.
Loading.
Dopey's gonna dash again.
Okay. Was that a failed... No, never mind. What was that? That was the 1 damage. Got it. Okay, so you're still... Alright, can I connect now?
No.
I can't see him.
I just see the legendary thing.
I feel like I should reconnect. Let's see. Nope, he's not there at all.
Welcome
Maybe
back.
he didn't turn his webcam on.
It doesn't have his mic on either, because I still can't
It
hear
said
him.
he was typing in the thing a minute ago, and then it disappeared.
Okay. So, 5. Go ahead and roll a dex save. Okay. So, you comically, like, straight out of Looney Tunes, almost slip ass over face on an oil slick as, you find in the City of Waterdeep. I didn't make this fucking table. But you managed to dodge it pretty deftly. And, Dodagor, it's your go.
Last one. Hey.
Nice. Okay. I mean, you've been the most successful dasher, I think, for so far.
Well, it helps when you have the 16 con.
Yeah. Tilly, it's your go, bud.
Boom. Let's get it. So this is good. I make the dash or the con for the con.
The con first.
Okay, so it'll be +2. Fuck.
Oof. All right, so you've got 1 point of exhaustion. How many is that for you now?
Just 1.
Okay. And then go ahead and roll your complication with disadvantage. That's...
Hang it.
Ooh. Wait, no, that's not going to be 2. Go ahead and make a dexterity save.
Okay. +3. 22. Damn.
This guy keeps getting 19s on his deck saves.
So...
Got your back, son.
As you're running down the street, you dodge onto the sidewalk to try and avoid carriage, and as you do so, a door to a shop swings wide open. But rather than, dexterously dodge out of the way, you just literally punch it, and it just goes slam shut, and whoever was behind the door trying to leave that shop just gets a face full of door, and you continue running. And the Kinku's gonna keep dashing. He's just... And then he makes his con save barely,
Tell me.
and he doesn't have any complications. This is a god
That's
Kinku.
what I slipped on. I slipped on the poop.
The poop from the cloaca. Binky Fiasco, your turn.
Cool. Alright, I'm gonna dash. Is it the con save or
man.
the dash first? I feel like this was already done.
It's
and I was
the con save first, then the complication table.
Agreed. That's 1 point of... No, that's 2! Fuck.
That's 2 points of exhaustion. And don't you already have one?
No.
Okay. Whew. So, you rolled a 1 for your con save, so 6. That's a fail. Go ahead and roll your complication.
Why do you keep going out of the thing? Why are you not... Fuck. Alright, cool. It didn't do the up arrow. Now my keyboard's just not working. Why does everything that I own hate me?
Because you're a negative Nancy.
Yeah, you big negative Nancy.
You big ninny.
How dare you?
Hey guys,
Because you're a
fuck
negative
off.
Nancy. I mean, I will, dude. I mean, but you're like way behind me, bro. So
Oh,
I need you to catch up, and then I'll fuck off, dude. Does somebody have Theory's phone number? I think he's having issues connecting, and he just needs to go to his... Like, he gets in here, but it's not picking up his mic or his camera. He needs to go to his settings and make sure that they pick him up.
Yeah, I think what the issue is that whenever I update Windows, it updates your mic and your
Yeah, it
headphones
resets
or your sound to your default settings, and I think that's what he just needs to change. Mike, are you ever going to roll this complication?
I'm trying, okay? I had to get my keyboard. Fuck. I had to unfuck my life. I'm sorry.
That makes sense. So go ahead and make a dexterity save for me.
Don't tell me what to do.
I will.
Nat
Ooh,
20
very
on the
nice.
dex save.
So you also find yourself with the carriage in front of you, but you're not quite good enough to just like baseball slide underneath it. But you do crouch down and cramp yourself underneath the carriage and through it fairly quickly and easily. Excuse me. And up next is Derry.
That was his con.
Okay, passes. Ooh, nat 20, nothing happens. And I'm going to go ahead and give him a little bit of a catch up to you there, Dotagor. Dopey, it's your turn.
Here's my con. If it wants to roll.
Oh,
There we go.
All right.
Another point of exhaustion.
That's another point of exhaustion. What is that, 3 now?
That's 2.
2, okay.
That's a 9.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and make a dex save. 16. All right. So you managed to dodge an obstacle, and you're not too impeded by that. I'll give you a little bit of catch up, and Dotagor, it's your turn.
Damn.
Oof. Is that your con?
Yep.
Okay. Give yourself a point of exhaustion. And no complications for you. Tilly, it is your turn. I'm going to reconnect and see if Sally works. Nothing yet. Okay.
con check or con save? Just double checking.
Con save.
Okay. All right, it'll be +5 then. All right.
Barely make it.
Chase is 17.
Okay. And we're on to the Kinku. You're getting there. Ooh, so the Kinku takes another level of exhaustion and has some trouble along the way. 2 small children were playing jacks along the way, just in the street, dressed in rags, and he dodges to the side of one, but ends up tripping over the other, and let's see, he needs to make a dex save. This guy's a god. So he trips over the small child, and you hear, "Ow!" But he tucks and rolls and springs back to his feet. And the rest of you guys kind of see the child is covered in a little bit of bird poop.
Insult to injury.
Binky, it is your turn. He can't help it. It's a cloaca.
Cool. Con save, right?
Crunder Dunder. Bucket Crunder Dunder. Alright, so you barely passed your con save.
Hey.
How do you
Let
have
me
a
see.
+5 to con?
Oh, that's not right.
I mean, it's a save.
What's your actual number?
There's no way a sorcerer has a con as its picked
No, I have
item.
+2.
Alright, so that would be a
That's not
fail.
right. The hell did I roll that has +5? I don't have +5 to anything except charisma.
Well, your saves get an extra bonus to them.
Yeah, but my dex save is +2. Oh, my con save is +5 because I'm proficient in con. I'm proficient in Constitution and Charisma, so my con save is +5.
Oh,
Okay.
then you're good.
Then you're good. As long as your character sheet says, hey, you have a +5 save, that's what it means.
Yeah, no, that's where I was looking at the.
I was just amazed that you had fucking a better con save than me.
Palmer, go ahead and reconnect.
Okay.
What's up, Sally?
Kill me, please.
Hey,
I don't understand the math there, but whatever. It's fine.
I heard computers are hard for you, pal.
Well,
my save, so
I'd
that's
rather
gonna
get
be
hit with one than build one. Oh my god.
19.
19 will
for
do it.
my-
No complications.
yeah.
So, Sally, what we're doing here right now is you guys
Yeah,
are
let me-
involved with a chase. You have been guided by everybody's favorite Dotagor,
Yo, what's up?
but control is back over to you. The way that
um,
chase works is basically everybody's dashing after this one Kinku that may or may not have the Stone of Galore, but you suspect he does.
Okay.
to do that, you take dash actions. You have used all your free ones. Now, if you want to dash each turn, you have to make a Constitution save, or you take a point of exhaustion. How many points of exhaustion does he have, Dotagorn?
2.
1.
Just
You got
one. Yeah, just 1 point of exhaustion. Once you hit 5, you're out. You don't get to chase anymore. You can do spells. You could just do your regular move instead of dashing 60 feet each turn. It's up to you. So far, everybody's just dashed, and we're hitting close to the exhaustion levels for people. And just keep in mind, a critical failure on your Constitution save will be 2 points of exhaustion. With that,
Okay.
it's your turn, bud.
Yeah, you've also taken
Oh,
3 points of damage.
You also busted up a pretty sweet rave by just using your metal-coated fist as like a cow catcher, just pow, 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 bursting through everybody. I'm sad that
you
you
just
missed
iron
that.
fisted your way through a party.
Oh fuck yeah. Okay, so I have no idea what's going
That
on.
kind of party.
Hold
All
on.
right, so if you want to dash to
King of the
catch
Iron
up to the
Fist
dude
tournament.
where you get double your movement speed, you got to make a con save. If you want to just move regular, you could just be like, "Cool, I'm just gonna move regular." But
For
we're
now,
behind the dude. We need to catch him. So
I mean, I'm not as dexterous as everyone else, so I think I should just move regular. Because I'm pretty sure you don't want me to pass out.
that's true. I don't want you out of the running. But
Yeah, we kind of need those healing spells.
Keep in mind that
So,
things that
yeah.
affect like him having advantage or disadvantage could also be good, because if he fails too many con saves, he might get exhausted. So if one of you guys gets slowed down, but you can cast on him, that's an option. The straight chase, however, he's been pretty lucky so far.
yeah,
Who,
we
me
used all
or
my
the
good rolls
dude?
on him.
No,
the dude. The dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy that we need to catch.
He has been sprinting his little behind off. He even pooped on a kid.
Watch Palmer's gonna
That's fucked up.
We just did this to chase some random bird.
I'm evil like that, but I
Not gonna have the
like I
cycle
appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you guys think that of me.
Only
Uh,
How
I mean, it
far
would be
am I
clever.
behind the Kinku? Since I saw him get
I'm-
hit by that carriage and all that shit.
So I'm trying to keep you guys represented. Like, you're still pretty much 60 feet behind him, thanks to a couple setbacks and a gain back kind of thing.
Word.
He hasn't taken zero, like, difficult terrain, 0 hits out of all of these so far, so he's been insane lucky. But he is getting tired.
so you want to know what problem I had with the entire thing whenever I connected?
Yeah.
I didn't click the allow button on the top left that I wasn't paying attention to.
Nice.
You're a big silly.
call you for computer problems.
Oh, man. My dad calls me for computer problems all the
Hey,
time.
look, I don't even remember even having to click that the first time. So
Okay.
I like it, though, because then I get to talk to my dad more, which is fun. All right, it's your turn, bud. You going to dash?
now I'm just gonna walk regularly.
All right, so you're going to move 30 feet. That's going to put you back quite a bit, but you can, in this turn, if you want to use a spell that's going to affect him, you can go ahead, because this is all assuming that you're doing it at the same time.
I don't even think I. How far away is he from me?
Right now, he's, like, when you could have cast a spell, about, you were right there, probably about 60 feet. No, not that one. The other one.
I can't. Wait, where?
Okay.
You're like 60, 65 feet, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if it's 60 feet, I can cast hold person and try to do that.
Go ahead and try and cast Hold Person.
Because I can't. I don't know if it's.
We'll just
So,
say that you were here. That's fine.
He has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, what's the DC?
13.
Ooh.
And he's got a point of exhaustion, so he gets disadvantage.
Yeah. Well,
Why is this?
I feel like he failed, but let me check his character sheet real quick.
He only gets disadvantage on ability checks.
He's very wisdom.
Saving throws is 3 points.
Yeah, he's got 0 wisdom, so he fails.
Hey.
Go ahead and
So he is paralyzed for 1 minute.
okay, and at the end of his
It's a
turn, he gets to make a save, I would assume.
Yeah, at the end of each of his turns. Yeah.
Okay, so all of you guys have a round before he has a chance to save, basically, until his next initiative order thing to try and catch up to him. So, Dopey, it's your turn. You're about... probably about 70 feet, 75 feet.
I'm not gonna be able to catch him on this one.
Okay, but you can still dash and get close, and you might be able to attack him or something like that, too.
There's another.
When does he make those saves? Is it if he takes...
turn.
Oh, he does do it every turn, not just if he takes damage?
No. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw on a successful reflex.
Is that your con save, good buddy?
Yep.
All right.
So I'm at 3 points.
All right. So you still sprint. That's going to put you about there. And
Resistance.
nope, no complications. Nice. Dotagor, it's your turn.
Con.
Good.
And then
Nice. So you
I'm
have
60 feet away.
the opportunity to be right there. You're out of actions, but you approach him, and he basically has to make his save, or you guys apprehend him.
I mean, even if he makes his save and he tried to run away, wouldn't I get an AOL?
Maybe.
Word.
We haven't, because keep in mind, these are all at the same time. This is not combat. He wouldn't get AAOs from you guys, because we're all moving at the same time, but he might get them from people passing by. That's how the chase rules work. Okay. Up next is Tilly.
Con save, 19,
Nice.
and 12 for the chase.
Very nice. All right, let's see. So you could go right below Dopey here.
Oh, I didn't even see we
Yeah.
were on the fucking screen.
Got
Oh,
it.
like, where is everyone?
You gotta zoom in, son. Or zoom out. Zoom out.
Zoom out, yeah.
Am I out of actions, or could I draw
Yeah, you dashed.
with them running?
You're out of actions because you're dashing.
Okay,
All right, let's see. What's the DC on this again? It doesn't matter. He fails.
13.
But that being said, Dotagor, you see out of the shadows next to him, his partner spring down. And this guy grabs something from his tunic and then disappears behind the doorway of what appears to be a very large and old tower. And we will put you guys over here. And I will put you guys over there. Boom. So he just went through this doorway right here. Everybody give me perception checks.
18.
Okay, so you still...
I don't see shit.
22.
Okay, so you guys keep in mind you still have this Kinku just kind of enthralled by Derry's concentration spell here, but Dopey, you hear the screams of children inside.
Oh no, he's attacking kids.
He probably just shit on him again.
I'd probably, if I was a child and a bird pooped on me, I'd probably scream and most
I would
likely
scream.
cry. I'd cry. I'd be like, poop on me? I poop on you! So what doing?
Tommy, Jeff, hold him down.
Somebody should handle this dude. I'm gonna go in after that guy.
I mean, Dopey seems pretty close.
Adobe's just gonna make him smile. Go inside.
So Dopey, for those of you
Well,
at
we
home,
should check his body then, just in case they fucking grab something else.
coup de grace,
Make him
this
smile and then just
bird person,
swiftly pats him down.
he looks up at you with soulless bird eyes, and yet somehow you feel a certain level of empathy as your dagger just kind of digs into the flesh of his throat, and you just, And with that, also shits himself.
He moved a lot, bro.
Like
This
lots.
guy was eating snacks en route to where we're at now because he kept pooping.
Do you search the body?
I do.
You find a big ass bag of sunflower seeds.
Yeet.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I'm gonna bust into the building.
Okay. So you enter the first area, and it's pretty nondescript. Give me just a second.
He's got to find the blood splatter. Play it all around.
You step into this vestibule-ish type area for this tower, and the tapestries that adorn the walls are rather rotten, and there's lots of mud and dirt accumulated along the floor.
Yikes.
The screaming that Dopey heard before, now that you're inside, you hear it through the door in front of you.
Cool, I'm gonna keep going.
All right. Boom. You open the door, and there's two screaming children that are just like, no, 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 he took him! No!
Where did
And
the
the
bad
other
bird go?
And, give me a second.
I'm assuming the only place it can go, just up.
I don't know if there's this whole,
The one child is crying inconsolably, and the other one's like, They took Squidly! They took Squidly upstairs!
They?
I'll go get him for you.
Well, they didn't want to, misgender this bird person, so they used the they pronoun, so
God,
that
with the times.
Oh,
Wesley.
they were being respectful. Dotagor, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
They is multiple people.
Not necessarily.
16.
Okay. It's pretty good.
You're
What's
living
everybody
the
else
past, man.
doing? Dotagor is charged into this building. Binky, you hear crying children. The one that was actually like almost crying inconsolably turns and just like grabs you onto your tunic and just like this is just terrified child.
Look, kid, I'm trying to help you get your thing back, so maybe let go, please.
Make an animal handling check.
For a child? I'm just gonna fucking eat
It's
it
basically the same.
Because it's the same thing. It's not a persuasion check when it's a dumbass kid. Let's just be honest with ourselves here.
Yeah, it's wisdom. It's not charisma.
12. Can I Spartan kick the child off my hand?
Do not.
Is
I
that
will
what
literally
you
end
want to
and
do?
sell the staff that is worth more than our bar,
Is that what you want
which
to
was the
do?
original plan.
No, that's not what I want to do. I think about it, and I'm just kind of like shaking my arm, like, all right, well, if you're not letting go, I'm going up the stairs.
So what do you say to accompany this check to this child?
I will eat the fuck out of you.
Look, I'm trying to help you get, fuck, what did you say, Mr. Squiggly back or whatever? So if
Yeah,
go
Mr.
where you're coming
Squiggly, dude. Get it right, dude.
Squidly.
Mr. Squiggly,
Mr.
Mr. Squidly.
Silly.
yeah. So either
Squidward.
you're coming with me or let go of my arm, and I proceed to start walking up the stairs.
The kid goes with you then.
All right, great. I have a child now.
You now have a human shield.
That's how.
For
That's like the
days.
most dopiest thing to say
It really is.
so far
As long as it's not
tonight.
the boys at the bar, he doesn't care.
Yeah, he's just like, aha, a flesh shield. All right, so
Considered the most irritating of them all.
you guys all make it to the top. What the fuck?
So,
How dare you? So all of you make it, and there's just this crying child, and you get up there, and the Kinku has this child around the throat with a knife pressed to its throat.
That's fucked up, man. It's a kid. Come on. I was gonna use mine as a meat shield. That's
So you say that to the Kinku, and the Kinku goes, "What?" And then he mimics the sound of the child screaming, and it's very unsettling because this bird voice is
wanna see
mimicking a
unsettling?
crying human child. Oh god.
Hey, can you do that whole person thing again, Derry?
There.
We can't hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I had to mute myself. Yes.
Yeah.
I will use that, but they have to make a wisdom save 13.
So you describe the. Go ahead and link that in the chat, and just tell me what kind of stochastic and whatnot effects. Because if you start chanting, this guy's gonna slit this child's throat.
Num shabai, num shabai.
I cast Cloud of Deck.
Oh my god! Umogwai guy fighties out. Umogwai guy fighties out.
Kali.
All I do is I pull out a thin thing, like a thin iron rod, like kind of like a paper clip, and just throw it at him. Because that's
Okay.
one of the components for the spell.
Yeah, you can just crush them in your hand too. I don't think.
No, I'd rather just bonk him in the head just to confuse him a little bit. Like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, so it's the child. This is why Steve is better.
So go ahead and roll an attack. Roll an attack, but also as the swift movement happens, you see the dagger just press a little bit tighter into the child's throat. He's a young tiefling child, and he's wearing a troll mask, and you just see like bright purple blood start to drip away from where the knife is being pressed against
Did he
this
get one of
child's
these? Did he get one of those?
mouth. Yeah.
Throw a hit.
Yeah, that hits. And everybody roll initiative.
Wow, somebody burned all my 3rd level spells.
Yay! I love going last.
I did not. I didn't actually cast a 3rd level spell last time because they were already burned.
I said somebody, I never said you.
Wow, I rolled a 2 and I still got a 7.
Why didn't it roll?
Yeah, with your fucking +5.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Terry,
I got a one.
definitely come into the tower and stop standing right outside.
I was about to say, you're all the way downstairs, I just realized. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't have control over him. Otherwise, I would have brought him with. But
Oh, that's
I'm
my
still
end.
trying to get my piece
the
and
rope
shit up.
of gimpiness went away.
Mike, go ahead and roll yours with disadvantage. Oh, you already rolled a 1 anyway, so fuck you.
Yeah.
But the child clinging to your body is going to cause you some trouble.
Oh, yeah,
And-
it does.
Excuse me.
Temporary hit points.
Everybody-
Temporary hit
Did it make it
points.
past the hold?
Everybody enter your stuff in for me.
Oh yeah, Nick just said it. Did he make the wisdom save?
What? I didn't think that he cast it. I thought you just threw a nail at him.
No,
No,
it was
he used it as
it was
a
the
component. He just yeeted the component at the
Yeah.
guy for a little bit of pizzazz.
But you still cast it?
Yeah.
What were the components? Not just the component of the spell, but do you chant and whatnot too?
I don't. It's not something that I chant. It's just
Yeah, I need you to link this. What's the spell again? Hold person?
whole person.
All right, hold on a second. Every spell in the game has different effects, so let's take a look.
Thematic, verbal
Yeah,
I mean,
Thematic material.
material.
It's BSM.
stand still.
so that's what I was asking for when you
Don't
said
do
that there
it.
wasn't anything.
The casting time of 1 round, or excuse me, 1 action.
Yep, so he's got verbal, stochastic, and material components to the spell. And so you would basically do a little chant, and you would move your hands, and when you do that, he just makes a bright red line across the child's throat.
Thought it was purple.
Yeah, he's got red skin. Just slits the kid's throat right there.
That's fine.
Now let's see.
Not our kid.
That's
You guys are gross. He does fail the save. So what do you do?
Who's going?
Dobby's
Me?
going. Fuck it.
Because I'm concentrating on this
I mean,
whole
I'll,
person.
If it's
Isn't
going
it-
by initiative order,
take his arm off. I mean, take his arm away from the kid.
When suddenly, from the arrow slits of the tower, you guys hear.
Getting real fucking sick of that.
Easy, dude.
Okay.
are we in initiative? Are we in initiative order by chance?
About to be.
Okay.
I like that you just moved yourself real quick before the initiative order was up.
That's where I was before, and then I moved myself up, and then I moved myself.
Well, yeah, we moved up, and then the dudes showed up because
Okay.
I assume that combat paused because we
Hit hold
whole
person.
person the guy.
Yep. So, a few gazers show up.
Word.
The Kinku is currently being held. But let's see here. So the first one, which is this gentleman, is going to try to daze Dopey here. Dopey, go ahead and make a wisdom save. And then Dotagor, you can make a strength save. Okay. Out of one of his stunted, disgusting eye stalks, you should see a ray of light, and like you see stars in front of your eyes, and you kind of lose track of where you are. Your speed is halved, and you have disadvantage on attack rolls right now. And Dotagor, damn, you just barely failed that. You feel yourself lifted off the ground and just slammed against this wall here. Take 1d4 bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
You got it. And make sure you guys update your healths, because this is different tokens, because it's a different map.
Yeah, well, it keeps resetting my shit, because it keeps going back to 28 as my max.
That's weird.
Yeah, my max is 37.
I mean, I keep track of it on my...
Well, all you guys have to do is go to your edit token, and then go to bar 1, and that changes your both max and
I've typed
stuff.
it as 49 for my max pretty much every encounter we've had, and I keep having to redo it.
I keep track of it on my character sheet.
If it's being kept track on the tokens that you guys use from time to time, I copy them from the tavern and move them to the next thing. So just keep that in mind.
Okay, I'll change it when I get back to the...
Yeah. Tavern ones you probably don't have too much combat in or haven't had too much combat in, but if you keep that up to date, that's where I copy and paste from. Then the next guy is not possibly the same guy. What the hell? Oh no, it's this guy right here. And he's gonna... Okay. He's targeting Tilly with the first one. Take a dex save there, Tilly.
Okay. 3. 18.
Okay. You feel ice just kind of creep up and over your carapace, and it feels real chilly, but all of a sudden you just kind of flex. You just kind of like do the Neo flex at the end of the Matrix, and you just go, and shards of ice just explode away from your skin as you just crack it all off of your hard turtle shell. And then the next one is again going to be Pinky here. Go ahead and take a strength saving throw.
Oh boy!
You and the child are slammed against the wall over here, and you hear the child just kind of go, "Ah!"
That's the child?
Both of you take 1d4 damage.
That's a child, yes.
That's the still alive child, at
Big
least.
ass child.
Not for long.
So 1d4. Okay, you're rolling it good. You go ahead and you take the 2. She'll take the 3.
Cool.
She collapses into unconsciousness. And after that, it would be the Kinku's turn, but he's just going to make a save. An 18. So,
Come with me.
What?
Fucking...
and he frees himself from the hold person, and it becomes Tilly's turn.
Tilly's going to pretty much see red and do nothing but attack the Kinku.
Do your worst. With a mighty cry of Tilly!
8 and an 11.
Both of them miss. Both
Blind
of them
fury.
miss in your blind fury.
I'm gonna use my my advantage.
Your inspiration?
Or yeah, my inspiration.
Okay. For the 11, I would assume.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. That will hit.
All right.
That will hit, Big Daddy.
Ooh, shuffle me, daddy.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh,
Bow, bow.
4 points.
All right, so you just and weathers your blow fairly well. He's trying to square off, holding like the bleeding child between you and him, and holding his dagger between him and Dopey.
Gary,
And
help the kid.
Dopey, it's your turn. He's in combat with another gazer right now, unfortunately.
I'm gonna go ahead and attack the Kenku twice.
All right.
I had disadvantage on both of those.
Yeah, keep
So
in mind
11.
your exhaustion, everybody.
And a 12.
The 11 will miss, but the 12 will hit.
Awesome. So there's that, and then I also get sneak attack damage as well.
How?
He's within 5 feet of another person.
Okay.
So that is a total of 16 damage.
He collapses into a heap as you make quick work of the Kinku here. Just blap, and he goes.
Okay, Bill Murray and zombie.
And he's dead. Derry, it's your turn.
That better make the final cut into the video.
Just the dramatic death of Kinku number 2. Bobbling the Kinku!
I'm gonna dodge my way.
It's gotta be
Over to
Kevin
the
the
kid.
Kenku.
You're gonna take an AOO if you do that, bud.
I'm gonna dodge my way to the kid,
If
so
he
they
takes
get disadvantage.
if he takes the disengage action, they don't get opportunity of attacks.
That's only for one of them, isn't it?
Typically, yes. But if you have enough movement that you can disengage from here to here, then you can walk around in these squares here.
Yeah, I mean, all you gotta do is be right here.
Yeah.
Just be right here.
Keep in mind, those are stairs, so you'd be stepping down. This is the bottom, this is the top, so you gotta go around
Oh,
anyway.
okay. So, yeah.
You are okay. This is stuff. Which kid are you going for right now? You going for this
Just
one?
the one that had his throat slit.
He is glassy-eyed when you come upon him. Go ahead.
I'm just going to bandage the area as best as possible and use cure wounds on him.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. How much health do you give him?
I give him 1.
3 is actually enough to restore him back to not only life but consciousness. And as you guys watch, the blood that had
It's seen the
seeped
other
into the other, like into the bandage around his throat, just kind of sucks back into the wound, and there's just a clean bandage around this kid's throat, and he just kind of blinks his eyes awake, and he just looks at you, and he just screams. He just goes, "Ah!" And
I mean, he is one scary ass paladin.
Damn,
Yeah.
I can't cast sleep on everyone. Fuck.
Too bad you're not Paladin Steve.
Yeah, he's less scary
yeah.
to children.
I don't know, man. He's got a fucking stump arm. He's got an eye patch. Looks like a pirate. Pirates can be
Yeah, it
scary.
looks like
for
everybody's
kids.
grandpa did. In D&D, that's probably what everyone's grandpa looks like.
Everybody's grandpa's been through Korea.
Went through Nam, Korea, and Desert Storm 1.
Yeah. Take 1. What else do you want to do, Derry? Is that it?
No, that's all I can do right now.
Okay, Donagor, it's your turn.
I'm gonna bonus action, damage myself.
All right. Ooh,
Now my sword flaming.
Got a big old flaming sword. Look at you.
Oh yeah, boy.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna walk up to these dudes.
How many points of exhaustion do you have?
1.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack each one twice, or this one twice.
Oh, wow. Nice. You actually hit with both. 13 and 12 will hit. Oh, wait. Never mind. The 13 will hit. This is a different creature. The 13 will hit. The 12 will miss.
I wonder what their AC is.
The world will never know.
You see behind the curtain.
Doing 7 damage to him.
7 damage.
Oh, no,
Okay.
everybody run away!
You strike home, and you actually manage to like nick off one of the eye stalks, like a 90s or 80s movie action star. But what else do you want to do?
That'll be it.
All right, so the last gazer, this guy right here, sees you nick off the eye stalk of his friend, and he's gonna try and do some stuff.
Can he even see me through the stairs?
This is flat. So these are stairs going down. So they meet at the top, which is right here, and it's flat across. So yes, he can see you. He will. Wow, he's gonna double fuck you
Word.
with a
From both ends.
make 2 wisdom saves, which should be pretty easy for you.
1 and 2.
720.
Okay, so for 1, you find yourself the same thing that happened to Dopey. You're just like stars in your eyes, and you kind of stumble there next to the edge of the stairs going down.
Oh, no.
You're charmed, your speed is halved, and you have disadvantage on attack rolls still.
Okay.
And then we've got Binky Fiasco. And then there was the tiefling, the weirdo.
I would like to cast Cloud of Daggers right here, centered on this corner, so it hits him and him, but not Dodagor.
Isn't it a 5-foot square?
Yeah.
So which square are you going to put it in?
You gonna put it there or there?
Should put it there.
Oh, so I can't center it like.
Nah, you can make it happen in 1 square. That's how.
Put it in this square.
Which one?
The one that doesn't have anybody in it?
No, which
You
one?
guys put it on somebody.
Okay, fine. Fuck it. I put
These
it
guys
on
aren't ithalids. We'll
this
be
dude.
okay.
Yeah.
They're not that smart. I will say that.
Cool. I put it on this dude. So I'm gonna roll that.
When you said this dude, you didn't hold it down or tell me which one that actually was.
It showed up on my
There
screen.
we go. Thank you.
So I just assumed that it worked.
All right. So you're putting it on that dude. I get it, guys. I get it. Fuck you guys. The fog of daggers is there. All right. So what happens?
23 to put it there.
Okay, that'll work. And then how much damage are we talking?
Let me. Fuck. Where did it go? I found it. Oh, it was. I was looking at the wrong one. That's funny. It just happened.
Welcome to watching a DM try NPC.
Oh man.
For 12 damage.
Ooh. Yeah, that hurts. I have to move it off. So you rip this beholder to shreds, and like 3 of the eye stalks right in front of you just gets right off of his body. He's left with 1 like boner looking one sprouted out of the top of his head. And
that's a nat 20 on my wild magic surge.
okay. It stays at 1 for now.
Cool.
All right. From there, it is
Set to 1 every single game we play.
what?
It resets to 1 unless I trip it.
If he every short rest he gets reset to 1, but normally right now it would go to 2. And I'm saying since he rolled a natural 20, that
My
it just
question
stays at
was,
1.
does it reset to 1 every single time we play a different session?
For the most part, because you guys have short rests in between. Although I don't think you got a short rest this last
We
time.
did not.
Yeah, but I didn't know what it was at, so.
So roll a d20,
Wes,
and that's
do you
how
remember?
we will decide.
It was at 3.
All right. So right now it'll stay at 3.
Okay, that's fine.
The gazer that squared off with Dodagor has had one of his eye stalks removed, so we're going to go ahead and roll a d3. And he's lost his telekinetic ray, but he still has his freeze ray. Dodagor, go ahead and do a dexterity save for me.
7. I have +5 and I get a 7. God
Yikes.
damn
Go ahead, and I'll roll it. Take 12 damage, and as you're dazed, you also feel a creeping cold just come up over your legs, and from the waist down, your body is encased in ice.
Okay.
From
Good thing you have
there,
a lightsaber. Start ice sculpting.
he's going to do another one. Same thing. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. I need the D3. There it is. 2. Make a wisdom save, Dalagor.
11.
You are frightened of the gazer until the start of the gazer's next turn. And considering you're frightened, he is going to move 1 square away. And that being said, it's the next gazer's turn. He's still got all his eye stocks. So we got to go find our D4. There we go. 1, 2. Dopey, make a wisdom save.
Seven.
You are also frightened of this one in particular. And then go ahead and make a strength save.
14.
That one you managed to, you passed, but you feel yourself kind of get lighter, just like as if the elevator was going down, just starting, but then you regain control and gravity takes its hold of you again before anything crazy happens.
Do I get to re-roll if I'm charmed and I took damage?
Let me check just to make sure, but I don't think so. Charmed, not to be confused with the TV show. No, it's just at the end of your turn.
Okay.
It's actually the start of the gazer's next turn.
Okay.
The Kinku is dead, and it's Tilly's turn.
Is there an action I can take to swap faces with the kid? So kind of like grab the kid and pull him behind me as I step into his space?
Sure, let's call that a full round action. And
Okay.
careful, because it will provoke.
That's fine. I'll take the provoke.
Okay, so you're going to try and wedge yourself in between you and the child?
Yeah, between the gazer and the kid.
Okay. You see this one gazer, he's pretty rough. He reaches out and tries to bite you with those big jaws. Does a 14 hit?
No.
I didn't think so. All right, that's your full round action.
That's fine.
Up next is Dopey. Dopey, you are frightened and charmed.
Which one frightens me?
This is the one that frightened you, and I believe this is the one that charmed you.
Okay, so I can't attack either of those.
I think you can attack this one. You're just going to have disadvantage on all your attack rolls.
What else is new?
And this one is also the most rough looking of all of them. He's missing 3 eye stalks. He's not doing so hot.
I'm gonna go ahead and shoot him with my short bow then.
Okay.
It's a 13
Ooh, that'll hit. Barely.
for 6 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I'm just gonna shoot him with my bow, and the arrow is gonna take him through the cloud of daggers and pin him to the wall behind Dotagor.
Okay. So your arrow flies into the cloud of daggers, and it's actually getting nicked and even like a dagger sticks into the side of the shaft, but it doesn't redirect. You strike it square in the middle of the eye, and the cloud disappears as the arrow pins this beholder to the wall just behind Dotagor, who
Or duck.
ducks right out of the way just in time.
If the creature that charmed you dies, does the spell end?
Sure.
Cool.
And this one is
No,
dead.
I just have regular disadvantage, guys. Woo!
Derry, it's your go.
Come on, guys! I've already killed 3 people. Step up your game.
I know.
You didn't. you didn't help at all. All you did was move a kid out of the way.
No, he did hit the dude for
He
like
hit the Kenku for
four-
like 3 points of
he
damage.
like punched him in the face for 4 damage.
Yeah.
Or actually, just stay back a little bit. Back. All right. Sweet.
Oh,
I use my breath weapon. Yep.
yeah. I'm assuming it's in a line.
Yes, it is.
No, he says fuck everyone, cones it.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Fuck you guys.
Actually, he could cone it. It wouldn't hit any of us.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
All right, so 5 damage.
5
What
damage to
they
this guy
have
right
to
here.
do- DC for the saving throw. They have to make a saving throw, both of them.
Okay, what kind of save?
It's 8 plus my Constitution, 8 plus,
Not the
One,
DC. What
9.
stat?
so 12. They have to be 12.
Of
Yeah,
what?
Dex.
You
Are
guys
they
were
rolling
all
dex
talking
save?
over him. What was it?
It's a deck save.
Okay.
That.
And you had to make a. He got a 13 as a deck save.
All right. He takes only half.
Oh,
So,
only half of that? Okay.
But I
Neat.
believe both of them got hit.
They both got hit, yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me get that guy too. So they both need to roll, right?
Yes.
The other one takes full damage. So the one in the back takes 6, right?
5.
5. Okay. Boom.
And then with my longsword, I'll run up on this guy and try to hit him.
Go ahead and roll. You have disadvantage because of your exhaustion, correct?
Yes,
I do.
he
I?
does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
He has 3 points. He does, yeah.
He has 2.
And he shouldn't have disadvantage.
Why are you rolling? Oh, okay, I get it.
To hit?
So that's an 8 and a 12. Those both miss. A 16 and a 2. Okay, so 16 will hit. 1 hit.
Hold on. Wait. What?
So
I'm
you rolled.
confused.
Did you roll 2 attacks?
Oh shit! Why the fuck did it do that?
So was it
Oh,
just supposed
right
to be
there.
1 attack?
My bad. Yeah, just one
Okay,
attack.
so that first one misses then.
Okay,
Um,
and that's it. That's all I can do because I have 2 attacks.
You
Gotcha.
are fucking up, bud.
Dadagor, the stars in front of your eyes just clear, and you kind of, as the blinking white lights clear in front of you, you see like this slimy mass of green just flying at your face, and you just bullet time it out of the way, and you watch it just, and you just hear, as the beholder that had charmed you gets pinned to the wall, and you're back amongst the people that are conscious of their situation,
Word.
and you get to take your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Chill Touch on this one
Low
because I don't need to move.
agony.
No.
Gonna give him a blood boner.
Yeah, bud.
All right,
17.
that will hit. After this combat, we're gonna take our break, okay?
Word.
Okay.
And that's when we'll run. I think what I learned is that if I run the commercials during that, then people don't get kicked out of the game mid-game. So we're gonna run a commercial during our break. So everybody,
That's
can pee. 11.
Necrotic.
Oof. How do you want to do it?
I want the hand to touch him and to turn into the skeleton of whatever one of those looks like.
And then
Okay.
crashes to the floor and explodes.
Yeah, I just hear like somebody playing like the bone bongos as just the flesh. I feel weird, Mr. Stark just dissipates off of this
Too
beholder. Hey, he's back alive. It's fine. And the bones just hit the ground. It's just a giant skull and assorted teeth. One big eye socket, no nose. Real creepy. Would look really nice on a mantle. Just saying. Real nice. That being said, is this guy still alive? No, he dead. It is
Middle guy's still alive.
Binky Fiasco's turn.
Cool. On the remaining dude, I cast Mind Thrust.
You're thrusting his
You
mind.
sure you're not a bard?
I don't know what that does, but I already like it, so let's do it.
It's already the best.
I need a
Tell
DC
somebody
16 intelligence save.
Okay. All right, let's
Mike, if you don't
Ooh.
describe this as something like we all are thinking,
see. My dude has a -4 to intelligence, so
Are you sure you're not a bard there, Bucko?
he got a 3.
he is officially
Awesome.
dumber than Tilly.
Uh,
But not by much.
he is going to take. Oh, damn! I could have done so much better. That's really depressing.
It's fine. How do you
Yeah,
wanna do
wish you
this?
could have done butter, but you're not going on the cop, dude. Get good.
Yo!
Jesus Christ.
So what does this mind thrust do to the guy that's literally a
Thrusts his
floating
mind.
brain and mouth?
You thrust a lance of psychic disruption into the mind of one creature that you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 3d6 psychic damage and can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn.
He said,
Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets.
I mean, I get what the
removed-
spell does, dude. How do you kill
Oh,
this
cool.
thing?
Yeah, how do you?
What's the
I
shape
just-
of your mind lance? Just tell me, and it better
Yeah,
not be
yeah,
phallic.
You're telling me that you're lancing it, bud. So tell me how you lance the mind.
What
You're a
orifice
female
do you
character, so try and.
You can still hip
Remember
thrust
that.
it.
Oh, that's fine. I just don't want him to fucking. I don't want him to fuck the face of this thing with
You
a
don't want
giant
him to
psychic
skull
dick.
fuck.
Okay, that's what I don't want. You
Do
guys are
it.
debauched
I mean-
enough.
He's got that big dick energy, and he just hit it in the brain.
Basically, what I was gonna do, right, is just like like fucking Ace Ventura hip thrust this thing, and you just see like a giant just.
A giant dick print just shows up on its forehead and it dies.
Okay, here's what happens. You guys just see a formidable divot just forced into the forehead of this thing. It's cylindrical in shape, but still leaves something to the imagination as far as the shape of this invisible psychic spear. And it's
You could say it got its mind blown.
it's Kevin Hart's stand-up skit where he's
Jesus
hanging
fuck.
out with basketball players.
Since the
To
comments are
everyone at
I get
home,
this goal.
I apologize for the bald one. The most bald one,
No,
I'll put it
no,
that way.
No, you don't get to apologize for me.
Nope.
This is not how that works.
You are a disgusting human being, and you should feel bad. All right, so you guys finished combat.
I don't.
It's
that was why I'm
8:40.
drinking.
Oh, of course it was. It's 8:40. We're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll be back at, what's math, 8:50. I'm going to go to the BRB screen real quick, and I'm going to play an ad so that hopefully the rest of the night is commercial-free for all the people that are not, a thing. Twitch Prime subbed. But thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with new drinks and maybe some snacks.
Snacky snacks.
Snacks. All right. Oh, I can just do this, can't I? Come back. Oh, I guess not. I'll just do this. How's everybody doing tonight? Bronze Panda, glad we can see you. Join us for D&D. Can you hear me? Okay, good. Just making sure my shit was together. We got some mac and cheese. Good snack with some chicken nuggies. We'll have that while we wait for everybody else. Wow. Looks so pasty because the BRB screen is so white.
Don't call me out. That's rude, dog.
Oh, I look so pasty.
I'm the pastiest boy that ever did paste.
Ooh, yeah. I'd be interested to know what it looks like when you play an ad. Try to do it again just to see. Because, I don't make any money from ads, I don't think.
I'm subbed, but I would, but otherwise I would tell you.
Yeah, I tried to see, but I didn't make it back in time. Maybe next time.
Hello.
Hey,
Oh, hello.
how's everybody weekend going so far?
Pretty good, man.
Nice.
Usual.
Word.
Got to go back down to Atlanta for a job interview this week, and that drives me up a wall.
Oh, gross.
Because I was like, hey, yeah, can we just do this through the thing, and then you guys will tell me whether or not you want me to do the job, and then I'll come down to Atlanta. And then they're like, yeah, sure, sounds good. And so we do the, Zoom meeting or whatever it was, and then they're like, hey, also, can you come down this week to see us and like meet us in person, and then we'll decide whether or not to give you the job. And I'm like, hey, this is becoming an extremely expensive interview process for me. Because now I have to go 700 miles one direction just to show up.
Yeah, where are you again?
I'm in Chicago.
Yeah, that's real far for them to expect you to go for an interview.
Yeah,
I
but
was
it's
in
Buku
Atlanta
Dinero.
on Wednesday.
How bad do you want the job? Because I would tell them fuck off.
It's Buku Dinero, so I'm down.
Fair enough.
I can't
Well,
wait.
I wish you the best of luck, my dude.
I imagine that they're going through the process of understanding that, like, because they're aware that I live here.
Yeah.
So I imagine that they know that they're like, I'm going to show up, and they need to either give it to me or like they need to cut me a check.
Yeah, they're not paying for travel or anything?
I think that my assumption is that they're giving me the job because I know some people who already work at the company. And the info is that there was one guy whose resume that looked good enough to even talk to.
That's good.
And that's me. So I imagine that they're going to give me the gig. But I'm sure they'll comp me if they don't for wasting my time.
Nick, Mike, guess what?
What?
There's a baby in here.
Wow! Congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks. There's a second on the way.
It's a little baby turtle.
Baby.
Little Kelly did.
Hopefully you don't curse him with your hairline, dude.
Oh,
Yeah. Hopefully, we get Kelly's side of the family's genes in that regard.
We
Oh,
can
yeah.
only hope.
name the baby either Poopy Butt or Buzz Lightyear.
Should
Poopy
definitely
butt?
name it Doc. I'm just saying.
No, I already told her that she should name it after me. Said that this morning.
We have said if it was twins, which it's not, we were going to do either Finn and Jake or Feely and Keely.
Yeah, hey, you want to know how to
Why
get
not
your ass
Phineas
beat in
and
school?
Ferb?
Have your name be Feely and Keely.
They turn into dwarves and beat the shit out of everybody.
With your build? You're the post-Andersonville dwarves, dude? Like,
Skinniest fucking dwarves I've ever fucking seen. Look at
stout. Yeah,
Adam
my
barely
ass, bro.
carries the weight of his own head. Fuck. Like, there's no way.
Apparently, so
Oh my god.
Like, have you seen that thing? He looks like a walking bobblehead. Just like, "Ah!"
Just like his dad.
and he's got a fucking hairline like a fucking penis.
It's because you are a penis.
It's the familial dickhead.
It's a proud tradition that Adam must carry on. The hairline.
Proud. It's a tradition. I think Nick here is the only one that's met my dad in person, and he can say that he has it too.
Oh, he definitely has it, dude.
Oh, your dad has the same hairline?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's
He's got a trident, but it's just the middle one.
Nice. Why doesn't your dad ever stop by stream? He loves D&D.
Because my dad doesn't like to make profiles on things, and when I told him about Twitch, he kind of gave one of those like, "Oh yeah."
Do you have to have a profile to be on Twitch? I don't even think you have to, do you?
No,
Yeah.
just to follow and subscribe. But if he like just looks up the stream or whatever, he can pull it up. For you.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell your daddy sucks. I'll make him come. Derry picked up what I was putting down. Oh, man.
Oh god.
But I'm the bad person.
Pregananant?
Fuck, literally mind fucking somebody. This is bullshit. I call bullshit. I demand a recount.
No, you're a horrible person, Mike, because
I call dibs on the loot. By
Just-
the way,
you. Oh, somebody's going to be looking for some loot, eh? All right.
Search bodies.
So,
I'm also picking up the skull that I put in the player chat.
Yeah, I am
I saw that.
patting down the Kenku.
Okay. So, you guys all remember from the battle that I'm gonna go back to the thing.
What are these specifically called so that I can write this down and I don't just put beholder?
A gazer.
There we go.
Gazer.
Ah, fuck! God damn it!
What is wrong with you? Expletive deleted, Mike.
Scorched my fucking retinas trying to fix my nightlight setting so I'm not blinding myself, and then blinded
Oh,
myself.
you had to turn your nightlight on?
Yeah.
He's scared of
He's
the dark.
afraid of the
It's okay.
dark. Wes is
Yeah,
gone.
that's it.
So
Damn,
you guys remember
figured
during the
out my
battle that
secret.
anybody that was mostly close to the Kinku is what they tried to focus on, unless someone was in their immediate vicinity. They were essentially trying to make their way to our kinky boy over here. And Dopey, you search him, you find that rusty dagger, but you also find the stone of galore.
About damn time.
Ooh.
I put that thing in my pocket.
So, when you examine this thing, it's a long cylindrical stone with 3 like orbs embedded into it on one side, just right on top of each other. Very strange, and as soon as you touch it, you start hearing like around, like in the corners of your periphery, you hear small whispers.
That's probably fine.
There's a word of the shout somewhere nearby. I know this feeling. Let me just walk towards this wall. Oh, look, it's getting louder.
People in chat are living for your mustache, Sally.
Don't.
Just so you know. All right. So you guys want to search the rest of the tower?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. I think
go here.
that Dotagor, you said you were going to do it. Why don't you give me a D4?
4.
Okay. And Dopey did the same thing.
3.
And then Mike, I'll let you do it too. Reroll 3s and 4s. So just roll a D2 basically.
Two.
So you guys search through this old abandoned tower, and there's not a lot. The kids that you guys rescued had basically just broken in to kind of hang out and see what was afoot, but otherwise it's fairly
Kids that we
benign.
arguably rescued.
You guys
I'm
get
pretty
to
sure
the-
I got one slammed into a wall.
You guys get to the bottom floor here, and the door here at Q4 is locked. But let's see. Dotagor, you find a semi-burnt scroll tube containing 2 blank sheets of paper. Doc, you find a small, cracked sphere that you recognize as a drift globe. And
A drift globe.
a drift globe, and I'll put that in Discord for you to see real quick.
And none for Gretchen Readers.
And my pal over there, Mike, you find a bottle that is a little bit mixed, but like oil on top of water. There's appears to be 2 substances inside, and one is like a periwinkle blue, while one shimmers with like white and golden energy.
I eat it.
You drink it?
No.
Okay.
I choose life. I just thought that would be fun.
Do you want to roll Arcana on it?
Yeah, that's
I will help
probably a
him.
better idea.
All right, go ahead and do it with advantage.
Cool.
Ooh, good thing.
Thank
Got
you.
your back, dog.
So you recognize this as not just a potion of healing, but a potion of healing mixed with a potion of flying.
Ooh.
We're Sarantis. Maybe now he could finally fly.
Now, one of the things that if you imbibe this, you'll have to roll on the potion miscibility table. And I'm going to post that in the Discord as well. And let's just say don't roll a 1.
Good. Good God.
So it has all kinds of interesting effects, but it's a D100, and most of the time it's going to be
Jesus
good.
Christ.
But sometimes,
Yeah,
specifically,
don't roll below 10. Really is.
yeah,
The time is going to turn into none of the time.
it's turpentine. You died. But yeah,
The
so that's what you
mixture
got there,
becomes an
bud.
ingested poison of the DM's choice.
That's
drop
for
poison,
8
get good.
down to 2. For a 1, though, did you see 1?
Yeah, I did. Jesus.
You just explode!
You drank a hand grenade.
Everybody's heard of liquid cocaine. Have you tried liquid hand grenade?
Give it fucking Tilly.
Oh, yeah, by the way, now that we can finally talk, you owe me big bucks for that staff, Chief. You boy trying to get some mystical weapons, and the stick of snake stuff doesn't work for me.
That sounds
Yeah.
like a you problem. It's mine now.
It's definitely not. It is definitely loaned.
I have no recollection of this encounter.
It's because
Everybody else does.
Roll an intellect. Check their mic.
Damn it.
You remember.
Fuck. Yeah, I'll.
It's worth more
give
than
it
the
back
bar.
if
I'm
they-
happy to give it to you at a serious discount, but it's worth more than the bar.
Cool. I will definitely get back to you when I actually have gold.
So now that
In the
there's no
meantime,
more
he's charging
threats,
interest.
No.
the children
I
that you
will
guys save
accidentally cast fireball on myself.
kind of
and
wrestle
take-
their way past you and make their way down the stairs and run out the front.
They run
Hey,
past.
you're
your dead
welcome for
Genki
getting
up
your
front.
friend back, you little shit.
Yeah, they just jump down onto the stairs past Derry. I mean, he could try to attack them if he wants. He'll probably murder them.
Trip
These
them.
kids, dog.
Trip
But-
them
out of
and
here.
make them fall
Just
all the way
crushes
down.
their skull with his metal hand, just like, I am Iron Man.
He uses his halberd and just fucking like baseball bat.
Pushes them down the
I,
stairs.
I don't think the paladin does that.
So there's
You're
still
wrong.
one unexplored area of the tower left if you guys want to check it out.
I'm down to kick the door in.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, you want
I'll-
to try and kick the door in? Go ahead and make a strength check.
DC 50.
Hey, dude.
It's DC 25, actually.
Hey, I break my ankle.
Roll a D6.
Oh no! Did you try to kick it in, or
So,
were you like headbutting
You
it
take
open?
2 damage, and right now, your ankle hurts like crazy. I don't think it's broken, but
Dope is
something's
gonna-
wrong.
Dopey's gonna reach around him and try the doorknob.
Reach around him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
You gonna try the
We're
doorknob?
just
It is
like-
locked.
Yeah. It's locked. All right, I'm gonna pick the lock.
All right, make way, Limpy. Limpy Fiasco.
Damn.
I didn't kick the door open. That's not fair.
No, I
Hey,
just
can I borrow that
called
healing
him.
potion?
Homie wants to fly. All right, go ahead
the
and roll to unlock the door. The DC for the door itself is a DC 20 dexterity check with your proficiency bonus.
7.
Plus
12.
thieves' tools.
That's with his thieves' tools. Yep.
Fuck.
All right, so
I cast crowbar on the door.
unfortunately, you get your tools into the door and you're messing with it for a few minutes, and it's just a bit too complicated for you. It's not a new lock; it's just a very high quality lock that you can't seem to make heads or tails of today.
I got this.
All right, Tilly, go for it.
Back up and I run into it.
Go ahead and make a strength check with advantage.
16.
Not gonna do it. You poof, bounce off this thick door.
Oh.
Do the repeated attacks lower the DC on the
I
door?
knock.
You knock on the door.
Hello?
You hear nothing.
All right, can I try to pick the lock again?
Not right now. No.
All right.
All right, I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired chasing that damn bird person all the way across the place. Let's fast forward tomorrow morning. and then we come back
I'm to just throw myself into the door.
and we'll bring the battering ram straps for Tilly's shell, and we'll
You just literally lift him up and like
Grond.
boom with the cone. So you guys leave?
Yeah, I think we'll leave and come back in the morning.
All right.
I mean, we got the Pebble of Majesty, so.
So you guys find yourself in an alley outside of this tower here, and it's now probably everybody that's at the club is inside. People are starting to go home. The streets aren't as lively. There's no raves going on anymore, and especially this part of town at this time of night is a bit more deserted.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Do we know where we are?
You're fairly familiar with where you need to go to get back to Troll Skull Alley.
All right. Say we just start heading home there, boys.
Cool. I sheath my sword, but I keep my hand on my hilt, being real suspicious.
All right.
Dottigwar don't like nighttime. That's when the scary things happen.
Who made it to this spot first?
Tilly.
Tilly did.
Tilly, go ahead and
You're gonna
make
slip in that puddle.
a dexterity save for me. 17? He's muted, so I couldn't hear him.
You're muted there, Wes.
17.
Okay. So you plonk your big turtle foot into this chest, and you feel something sharp and metallic, but you don't actually step into what is actually a bear trap. And Dopey, you actually noticed the tines of it just as he was placing his foot into the puddle. You don't set off the trap, though.
We should probably avoid puddles because there's sharp, pokey things sticking out of that puddle.
Puddles are bad.
Okay.
With that, everybody freeze.
Okay.
Oh boy, I like seeing the turn order thing appear.
Everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Tilly's going first.
Unless somebody else gets a natural 20 and has more than +3.
Oh, fuck you, Derry.
And it's whoever's dex is higher, I guess.
Oh, no, he rolled an 18 and still got a 23. Fuck you, Derry.
What's funny is that Gimpy got a nat 20 on initiative, too.
Mine wasn't even natural.
Jesus. Nick, you're the only person that rolled under 20.
Gang shit. What's up? I'm sorry, I was so tired from catching the Kinku, you slow fucks.
All right, everybody in? Still waiting on Binky.
To be fair, I did kill both Kankus.
To be fair! Well done, everyone.
Wow, that was
That was
actually
really
pretty
good.
damn good.
All right, so
Yep.
everybody's in.
Going in, Mike. Okay.
All right, cool.
He's not mad anymore.
So my dex is higher than Binky's, but he rolled a natural 20.
That's hilarious.
I like
You
that
guys
my
are
name in the
basically
turn
going
order
at the
is
same
all
time
caps.
anyway, who cares?
Fiasco.
And give me just a second. As you guys kind of round that corner, you guys can see.
Tilly also
These
rolled a
dudes.
natural 20.
Lizard
Tilly
folk.
did too.
We're on
Who has the
cliff.
higher dexterity save? Or
I-
dex save? Who?
I do.
There you go. And yeah, so you guys round the corner and
Oh, my food is almost done. I can smell it.
except that little puddle doesn't go with them. Stays over there.
Guys, watch out,
Wow,
the
that was
puddle's attacking.
incredible.
Oh, it's a
The mud pit.
Doesn't that puddle blend in with the background so well?
It
took
really
me
does.
so long to find that. It looks like it was made a part of the map, but it's just so good.
Does
All right.
look pretty good. I like
So, Tilly, you
Which
see
one's that
these
one?
kobolds show up. What are you gonna do?
run straight for him and start blasting.
We just rolled initiative. They haven't done anything bad. With the exception of the bear trap in the puddle, which is really suspect. But
So what I will say is, as you turn the corner, these guys, like one of them's menace, like they're like the sharks and the jets. You know, they're snapping their fingers. One of them's got a knife. One of them's swinging a sling,
where's
and it's like
Kaz when you need
this
him?
evil
I wasn't
show
prepared
tunes
for a
music
musical.
starts playing in the background. You guys don't know where it's from, but it's fucking cool. And yeah, you guys know that these guys are up to no good.
All right.
Once you're a
What's
jet,
going-
you're a jet for life.
Tunnel snakes.
On this guy.
You know what?
Swing away. 19 and a 9.
19 and a 9, huh? Well, the 19 will hit. The 9 will not.
All right. 10.
10 damage. All right. You bring your silvered axe down on his shoulder, and you don't manage to actually cut him. You just crush one of his hands, and he's hurting pretty bad.
Bitch.
There's
Anything else?
I can't see yet.
Nothing else I can do.
Okay.
So nope.
Binky, keep in mind your wild magic surge fails on a 4.
Yep.
And you're way far
Yep,
behind
yep,
everybody.
Hey, also, can somebody? Hello. I sprained my ankle. Can somebody cast "Feel Better" on me, please?
The 50 feet,
Gary
45,
turns around and
40.
casts sensual
Bet.
massage.
Cast thoughts
I
and prayers.
cast. I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, fuck it. I cast Chill Touch on
On?
this dude. Fuck.
You
Select
keep
the
saying
thing.
this dude and never doing the thing. All right.
I clicked
This
this
guy.
dude.
Yeah, somebody, Nick, you dick, confused the shit out of me for a second. I was like, whose color is this? Who is the person?
And he picked orange too, which is why. It's better.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. All right, so you're going to cast Chill Touch on this dude? Are you twin spelling
Yes. No.
it? Not since I made that rule.
I'm
About it.
out of sorcery points because I didn't take a long rest yet.
I know.
So
I'm
not
evil.
twin spelling it. So I need. Oh, it's +8 to hit. Just kidding.
All right, so you rolling?
For 24.
That'll hit.
Cool. And that's gonna be 2d8.
Okay. Go ahead and describe your spell for me too.
Just a skeletal, like a necrotic skeletal hand with like cold energy coming off of it, just flies at this dude's throat to choke slam him.
Ah, so kind of like the guys from Ba Sing Se and The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
You just shoot a little ice hand at him. Just like,
Yeah.
And the kobold's
for
like,
10
ew!
damage.
And he takes 14 damage. Whew, good lordy. So you actually see this skeletal hand just grab it around the snout, and you're just like, and as it melts and dissipates, it's like dry ice. It leaves these just awful cold
4
burns
exactly.
around the. What is it? Ooh.
4 exactly.
Go ahead and roll. Now I have to go and find the
I
fucking
really
wild
like that
magic
I'm like
table.
40 feet from him when this happens.
I
dude.
know, right? Isn't it nice for you guys for once? There's almost no fear.
59.
59. Wild magic table, everybody. I should make like a wheel of names, wild magic table, and just spin that every time. That would be fucking sick. Mike, you have a job. Because my wheel of names saves all of the names from my giveaways, you need to make a wheel of names for your wild magic. So you rolled 59?
Yeah.
Ooh, you regain your lowest level expended spell slot.
Fuck yeah!
So I think you get a first level spell?
No, I haven't cast any first level spells. My lowest spell level slot is 2nd level.
Ooh.
Nice.
There you go, buddy.
Hmm.
Fuck yeah! Cloud of Daggers again.
Okay, so I believe that resets it back down to 1 now.
That is correct.
And yeah, that guy is messed up. He's got like a little skeletal handprint around his snout. It's probably going to be there for whatever remains of his short, abused life. Gary, it's your turn.
1 sec.
Cast feel better, please.
So what do they do?
Jesus, Derry. So this guy right here just took a skeletal hand to the face. This guy got punched pretty good. And Dodagor is limping around because he sprained his ankle trying to kick a door down.
So they attacked us?
Yeah.
No.
Well, they
came
haven't
out with
yet.
real ominous
But
music.
they're like snapping and swinging a sling around. They've got daggers
Yeah,
drawn.
they've got tunnel snakes jackets on. It's
Yeah.
bad.
It's
Okay,
real
I'm
bad.
gonna move, what, 5, 10, 20, 25.
Sentinel
Yeah,
massage.
25. And then throw my javelin at this guy.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Hit Dobie again out of nowhere.
Let's not.
Tilly, when you whisper me, everyone can see it. Just so you
Right
know.
there. 24.
Let's see what he said.
Oh, that's gonna be fucking good. All right, 24 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. And stop rolling explosion damage on your rolls. Take those exclamation marks off.
1d6. 3.
All right, how do you
Ooh,
want to
max
do it?
damage. Just kind of like he's screaming because of the pain that he just took. It goes through his mouth and then just impales the floor behind him.
Okay. So you see him bodily shift. And the end of your javelin is just poking out of his slack-jawed mouth. Yeah, he is dead as a doornail. And Dopey, it's your turn.
Leave me one so I feel better, please.
I'm gonna step right up here and I'm gonna attack this person twice. But I still have disadvantage.
Okay.
That's a 1 and an 11.
They will both miss. Go ahead. Let me get the crit fumble table.
D100, right?
Let me make sure. Yeah,
So
D100.
D20, 23.
D100, please.
18.
That's not a great one. Ooh, you get another level of exhaustion, my dude.
Oh, Jesus.
How many is
You
that now?
tired.
Is that 4?
That's 4.
One more and you die.
6 is death.
6 is death. Okay, what is it now?
My speed is reduced to 0.
Oh,
So I have to
man.
carry it
Carried now.
with my busted ass ankle.
Oh, man, I fucking love being the DM. All right. After that, it is...
I'll get him back when
This
we play
guy's turn.
Cyberpunk.
You hear the door right next to you slam open, Darian. My friends! Comes out. Dagger drawn. Smoke coming out of his nostrils. And he tries to stab you. He's a stabby boy. 12.
Miss.
Okay. And then... one more. A 15.
Can't surprise me. Miss.
Okay. He harmlessly strikes his dagger on your gauntleted fist.
I'm
And-
sorry. My speed is not 0 yet.
That's the next one.
I was actually
5.
going to look it up, but I got distracted. So 4,
I mean,
you're...
I carry you.
Ooh, what is worse is you have half the hit points you normally have now.
Half max hit points.
Yep. So 14. You hurting,
Yeah.
boy. And if you guys didn't notice, they've got more friends. That being said, Dodagor, it is your turn.
Oh, no.
I am going to step up to here since we're all like halves on these grids. I guess I'll be there and then
Okay.
going swang on him.
Yeah, unfortunately, the map is weird for this one.
13 for the first attack.
13 will hit.
Thirteen damage.
All right. That's a big, thick hit, buddy. And this guy right here, right? The one in front of you?
Yeah, the one right in front of me.
Okay. With your flaming sword or just your sword?
Yep.
Just, Meow! Takes your hit and tries to weather it best he can as a tiny
And then
little...
14 on the
boy.
second one.
That'll hit too?
Hell yeah.
Another 13 damage.
Oof. He is dead.
I'm talking about right there. 4 hit points.
And you poked him as he fell?
Oh, I didn't need to.
He didn't need
'cause
to.
I
Poked him anyway.
Fucking mollywopped him.
Palmer, every one of these like exasperated deaths you should do on the video, just like zoom slowly in on yourself the entire time that you
I might do it for that really long one because it was extra dramatic, but I don't know. We'll see. All right. So that being said, we are back at the beginning of initiative order. So I'm going to hit reorder real quick. Oh wait, no, we're not. We've got 2 dudes left to attack for the kobolds, and then it's back at the top. So the one in front of Tilly here is going to try and hit the 21 AC and miss both times. And the next one is going to move up and try and do the same thing and miss both times. Man, these guys are awful at their jobs. This one, oh no, the other one was dead. So let me make sure I delete him. Okay. And then we'll go to Tilly, and we'll put it all in descending order, as now the floodgates of this gang are opening. I need to reveal.
Somebody whip out the city watch whistle quick.
And these guys flood into the street with their friends. Hey! That's what a mind devourer or intellect devourer sounds like, by the way, canon. And they all flood the streets, including a very large and grotesque looking creature that I don't think you guys have encountered so far this campaign. That being said, it's still Tilly first, and then Binky second.
All right. First attack is going to be on this one.
Okay.
Boom. Nat 20.
Nat 20. Let's do.
Crit table, please.
Okay.
D20, right?
No, it'll be a D100.
Oh, okay. D100. Roll. 91.
You strike with extreme force, Cobra Kai. Roll an additional set of damage dice above and beyond the normal critical hit roll. So roll 3 sets of damage dice.
Okay, so 3d8 plus 3.
What? No, just
It's 3d8 plus 9, right?
it'd be plus 9, right? Or is it normally plus 1?
It's
normally. Oh, I didn't know the.
plus 9. Yeah, you add it each time.
So just
Okay.
add 6 to that, and you got 22. How do you want to do it, son?
So I turn the blade of my axe flat first and squish him, and then while he's squished, I flip it the other way and hit him again.
So you basically make him into a little pancake. You got a little emerald action. You're going to kick it up a notch? Just.
You're going to
And
get
cake
the
and
skull
cut
on
it
the way down.
So with the flat of your axe, you just squish him halfway down, and he's like, meh! And his head almost like goes into his body. Then you flip him back over, and he's like, pancake's done.
And my second attack is going to be on this one.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Nat 20!
I like
I
how
was about to
Doc's
make a
annoyed,
joke.
but that motherfucker can pass a goddamn bluff check.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll your
You lie to
D100.
them and they think you're a dragon.
14. All right. You know how to press the advantage. You gain advantage on all attacks against your current target until the end of your next turn.
Okay. If he even lives.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
Is it-
see about that, my friends.
8 damage.
8?
Yes.
Ah, he lives! I am alive, he says. How dare you kill my friend? Okay.
And I don't have an action surge, so that will... Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. Up next is Binky Fiasco.
Who's still
All the way
hiding.
in the back.
Like 50,000 meters away because he's scared.
It's almost like I played a spellcaster and I know that my armor is shit.
Listen to
So
him
I'm
get
hanging
so
back
mad.
throwing
Look at his
spells.
chin while he's angry. It's just like.
Look how red he gets when we say he's way in the back, dude.
Turning red is my superpower. Also, I have a fucking screen that makes me look more red than I am, and I'm drinking bourbon.
Sure.
He's just drunk as hell. That's all. Mm. Gavin, you're the best.
Nameless to avoid getting sued because nothing tastes like better than not getting lost.
You wouldn't get sued, bitch.
All right, cool. Well, still.
What are you
cool.
doing?
Dan Jack Hills.
Dr.
Comment
Pepper? What? Are you just drinking from a 1 liter of Dr. Pepper? Do
Can I
it!
get a liter of
Chug!
cola?
Chug! Chug! No, you bitch! Get back there! Chug! Chug!
Can I get a
chug,
liter of
chug,
cola?
Chug! Chug! Chug!
It's a
chug,
2-liter there,
chug.
guys.
I heard you. I
Can I
just
have a
want
liter
you
of
to finish
cola?
it like a
That's-
boss.
What is 120 feet? That's 120 feet.
You were at
I'm gonna
120
cast
before.
magic missile at the intellect devourer.
This guy, this little chonky boy right there, he ain't doing nothing. He's just a little puppy dog
Nah,
brain.
fuck him. I remember
What are you
the
doing,
sewers.
smooth brain?
Fuck him.
He's just like.
He's dead, right, Palmer? This one.
The one in front of you? Yeah, he is. I'll
44?
make the
Yeah.
little sign. Boom. Yeah, look real close.
For
16?
16 points of damage.
Damn. Okay. So you let loose this magical force damage, just like, and they all strike, and he's hurting, but he's not out of this fight by any shake of the dog's tail here.
Fuck.
Go ahead and roll wild magic.
16.
16. All right, it's back up to 2.
Barry, make me feel better, please.
If Derry moves forward, he can hit that cone breath weapon and get almost all of them.
I
I
already
think
used it.
his is only a line though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a line.
Oh,
But I already used it.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Make me feel
Derry,
better,
it's your turn.
please.
Do you need healing?
I could use the light touch.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll give you about how many?
A gentle caress, if you will.
Gentle caress. I'll
Just
give you
a
5
matter of
HP.
light healing
Of about
constitutes
how
3
many-
PP touches.
HP.
I do 5 HP.
Okay. That'll be enough to clear your sprained ankle.
Yes.
Yas, bitch. I'm back in the
That's
fight.
queen.
What else, Derry?
And what? Oh, whoops. 10, 15, 20. I'll move up here and hit this guy twice. With
Describe your path there. So you went
Probably.
from here to here.
It was right underneath me.
yes.
Yeah,
you
go
can do
ahead.
that without stepping into a square.
When you get here, though, go ahead and make
Here?
a save. Yeah. Make a dex save.
You fall face first into the bear trap and it catches your snout.
You hear a metallic clink and you don't take a lot of damage thanks to your thick pauldrons
You're
and
a
your
thick boy.
your armored
chonky armor.
shoes. You take 3 damage and you're restrained for right now. You're stuck there.
Okay. Can I still attack him?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So 2
I
attacks and a
cast
long
Thunderous Smite on the bear trap.
sword.
A 12 will
So-
hit. I'm pretty sure.
Oh wait, disadvantage, right? Because I'm exhausted. I have,
Yep.
So 12, and then another one.
How many levels
so
of exhaustion do you have?
I think it was 2.
Okay, so
Yeah,
your
he's a 2.
speed is halved as well, but you don't have a disadvantage on your attack rolls yet. So you can only move 1, 2,
Disadvantage is the first
3.
one.
Disadvantage on skill on
On
ability,
ability
checks.
checks.
Oh, that's right.
So you can only make it here. So go ahead and take that 3 damage back, and don't worry about being restrained just yet. You can't make it unless you dash.
Okay.
All right, keep in mind that if you have 1 level, it's disadvantage on ability checks. If you have 2, your speed is halved. And if you have 3, that's when you see disadvantage on your attack rolls and saving throws.
Word.
All right.
You have
You want to
Thor,
throw something
half your hit points max.
Yeah, I'll throw a javelin at this guy.
at this guy? Go for it.
Yeah, fuck him up.
11?
11.
That will miss. It goes wide and just kind of
It goes right down the middle of
harmlessly
the two
into the wall
hemispheres.
right here. It
And
goes into
then-
Dopey's butt. No, I'm just kidding.
Once again,
We know it won't kill him. It's the pulling it out that kills Dopey.
I'll just use it as a tail.
His pull-out game is not strong. Anyway.
Oh, that
where's
was
our
fun.
pullout game? Let's
Yeah, that was a little too strong.
Oh, yeah. That being said, that's your action. Dopey, it's your turn.
Dopey is gonna take a step back.
This guy's dead, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Can any of the ones that are alive see me right now?
Let me check. Pretty sure. Yeah, so this one can. Or I'll show you which one it is in a second. Yeah, everybody that isn't... Let me see. It might be just everybody. Yeah, so everybody can see you still.
Okay, then I'm gonna continue to step back to right about here.
Okay, then the only people I'm pretty sure that can see you are the 2 dudes that are kind of in front of Tilly and below. Not the dead one, but the one... Let me go back to my regular arrow. This one, this one, this one, this one can see you for sure. Let me see if...
So
This guy
Tilly
can
wouldn't
see
block
you.
any of their views since he's,
You'd get cover, but they can see you.
Okay.
And since you're small, you can't take actions to hide. Or since you're not small anymore, you can't take actions to hide behind Tilly.
I'm gonna go ahead and use my Hat of Disguise to turn into Paladin Steve.
Okay. Describe your appearance for us.
feared by all evil people. I like how it changes every time.
So I am,
Motherfucking Paladin Steve, y'all.
same height, same basic build.
Of
My
course,
my
of
right
course.
arm's like gone, replaced by like some scarecrow thing.
So you
holding
tuck
a
it up into your
sword.
sleeve, essentially, to try and make it look like a stub, and the hat of disguise takes care of the rest. Okay.
Then I got a eye patch covering one eye and missing a finger on the other hand.
Okay. Binky, you see this happen, and you're just like... And where there once was your roguish friend, who is a really tall, halfling-looking dude, is now this armored, eye-patched, armless, paladin-looking guy named Steve.
Seems legit.
And, yeah.
30.
Dude, I traveled from another world. That's not gonna phase me.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm just like, alright, that's cool. Sweet trick.
I mean, I'm unsettled and I kill monsters for a living.
About to say, I don't know. It looked gross. In
I've
fact, make a
seen
con
some
save to see if you
things.
throw up. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Okay.
I have
Then I'm
seen
going to
some
move
things.
there, and that's half of my speed. So maximum movement's what I can do.
Okay.
And I'm going to shout at everybody, I am Paladin Steve. Stop fighting or die.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage, but it's only going to count for the people that couldn't see you change into Paladin Steve. Okay, so it's 23 and a 16. So 23. The guys in the back, let's just roll for the guys in the back. They got a critical fail. So your 23 definitely gets it. The guys in front that could see you, though, they are going to get advantage of their own. And let me get the modifiers here. Pretty sure they beat you. Nope, they don't. So all of them shy away from the booming voice of Paladin Steve here, with the exception of this bugbear in the back. He's like, "That's not Paladin Steve, you fools! Paladin Steve's retired!" And all of them are just like kind of confused. Dopey, you can take another move action if you want.
I am going to menacingly move up to here. That's another
Yeah, next to the other paladin.
10. Yeah, that's
The
another
bugbear
15
like
feet,
squints
so-
at you. He's like, "And I'm pretty sure the Paladin Steve's way taller than that guy."
He's like 6 feet now.
No, he's not.
Yeah, actually, I am.
You didn't tell
I'm
me
like-
that, so it doesn't count.
You said that for like 4 sessions in a row now.
It's cheating.
I'm almost as tall as Dodagor is, and Dodagor is what, like 6'2"?
Okay,
6'3", yeah.
fair enough. So yeah, that all it says. I'm pretty sure that he thinks that Paladin Steve's like 8 feet tall, so don't worry about it.
I mean, he feels like he's 8 feet tall.
And then it was the Intellect Devourer's turn. All right, so what's this guy gonna do? All right. So, Derry, I want you to go ahead and make I think it's an intelligence save. Shouldn't be too hard for you. DC 13.
Did that intelligence devourer step into the same area that has the puddle?
Negative. He just went straight across. It's slightly in this square and in this square. Hmm. All right. Let's roll some d10s here.
At least you had a +1 on this one, not a -1.
Take 13 damage and then roll 3d6 for me. And what's your
Okay.
intelligence score there, Derry?
How many d6?
3.
3.
3.
Hope you roll low on this too, bud.
Roll ones.
You're gonna roll 3d6 another 5 times. Yeah, you're rolling a new character.
Just so you know. Oh, okay. What's your intelligence?
12. So +1.
So if the total equals or exceeds the target's intelligence score, that score is reduced to 0, and the target is stunned until it regains at least 1 point of intelligence. So you guys see this intellect devourer not only like approach Derry and scrape it, but also just kind of like Spider-Man up onto its chest and just wrap its limbs around Derry's face and just and Derry just kind of slack-jawed stands there and just and like between the limbs of this intellect devourer, you see like dragon drool just kind of thick, just kind of coming out of the corners of his sharp toothed maw. And yeah.
Hey guys.
You don't have the capacity for speech. Your intellect is 0.
Glad he healed me first.
Yeah. And
Just
it's
within
now
range.
the bugbear's turn. He's like, yeah, get him.
Don't worry, guys. I have it. And it's going to be pretty cool. Okay?
Since they're intimidated by me, does that mean they can't move towards me?
No, they were unsure, and you got to move an extra little bit instead of moving on. But they're not like intimidated or frightened of you. So this guy, he's gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and boom, try to square off with Tilly here.
Oh, well, that really fucks up my plan.
You can't hit me.
I am Tilly.
That's
Tilly the
plus 30
turtle.
to hit.
It's Tilly time.
He can't this time. But I'm gonna fake a crit in a minute if you keep talking like that. I'm
Talking shit, you go find out.
kidding. So he misses both of his attacks there. He swings with a big, heavy Morning Star and just clangs pretty uselessly off of your armor. You're too slow to actually dodge anything, but your shell and your armor combined are just too thick.
And the crown of shame.
Like cone.
Oh yeah, the cone actually it hits you pretty solidly in the cone, and it just dongs like the Liberty Bell, man. Just bong. And Dotagor, it is your turn.
I am going to come up here and skippity boppity boop on the. I'm going to bonus action cast Hex on it.
Okay.
And then, so it's got disadvantage on any and all strength checks.
Any and all strength checks. Okay.
Yep. Strength
And
ability.
then grapple
Got
it.
I was about to say, then what?
And then I'm gonna, swing to hit.
Go ahead and swing.
3 and a 16.
Both of those will hit.
Yay.
Hooray! I did it!
Another 30 damage.
How
to
do
it.
you want to do it?
I want to fucking cleave that thing in half.
All right.
Isn't it still on?
It's
Derry's
on Derry's face. So how do you want to do that delicately?
Cutting it straight up on the backside.
So you're just like,
Yeah.
and
Straight
it
up.
just falls into it actually falls into the bear trap concealed within this puddle, and it just goes and just snaps it further into smaller pieces. And then those pieces, this being some sort of aberration, just start to melt into this toxic black ectoplasm that then just soils that puddle.
Since it died, let me do my. Cool, I get 1 point back. And
Okay.
then I'm going to step here, and Hex has been recast on the bugbear.
Okay. Nice.
Where'd your little mini go?
I'm
it's
standing
underneath this
underneath the.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Go ahead and go back. Wank. Keanu! Wank. All right, so this one right here readies his sling, and he is gonna attack Dotagor because he's scared. Let's see. 19.
That'll hit.
Okay. Take 8 damage as he and he just plinks you in the side of the dome. And then while you're off kiltered, he steps behind his bugbear pal, and he's gonna swing with his dagger too.
Isn't
14
that-
plus?
That square.
It went off on the
It already triggered.
intellect devourer.
But yes, you'd be correct. It's already been set off though. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay, it's the same thing. Take 3 more damage as he just shanks you in the side. Just like, I'm gonna mess up your little cape! Ah!
Then bring the cape. I have the sword.
Fair enough. I wish you had the cape. You'd be messing it up. And then it's the next kobold's turn, who again is going to use his sling.
Man, let's do this.
He's just going to do 2 sling attacks, a 10 and a 14.
Neither of those hit.
All right, and he's just going to be like, meh. And the next one is actually just going to close in with you again, and he's going to make 2 dagger attacks. Ba-bow, ba-bow. An 18 and a 13.
One of them hits.
Take 4 more damage as he's just going for your hamstring, and he just basically slices your big old cankles.
Damn.
Okay. There's a few more kobolds left. Make sure they're not dead. They're not. One of them's going to swing a couple of times on Tilly. He gets a 21. And a 7. So, with that 21, he does 7 fucking damage to you. He just basically tries to get, like, this dagger just in between 2 big pieces of your armor and finds purchase, and you're bleeding, pal.
Oh,
And
that's
then
not nice.
the very last one is going to use his sling again on Dotagor. And crit fails, so let's go to the fumble charts, shall we?
Yeah, you
please?
will. Ugh.
I hope he gets himself in the toe.
39. Fumble. Discombobulated. He becomes incapacitated for
He
one
hit himself with the
round.
sling when
He's
he
like, bonk, no!
He just pulls back and it snaps himself in the snout.
Yeah. That's a sling,
like,
not a slingshot.
That's lame.
So he's incapacitated for a turn. Okay, and then it's Tilly's turn.
All right. Tilly's going to attack the bugbear in front of him.
Go for it. You won't.
No balls. A 12? Or, excuse me, a 17.
17 will hit.
Okay. Then the second attack will be a 16.
16 will hit.
Okay. So 2d8 plus 6. So 20 damage.
All right. Give me just a second. Make sure. He starts laughing, but he's also like bleeding heavily from his mouth as he takes your attacks. You're gonna have to hit me harder than that. And
Okay.
That's what she said.
it is Binky's turn.
Cool.
Now on
Make
a
sure I have the
2
right thing
or
selected.
worse, your magic stuff goes off.
Yeah. So I would like to throw
Chug, chug, chug.
I literally give you a
Acid
stab with
splash.
a giant. There we go. Okay. So I
at
thought you were
this
about to throw a
dude.
boomerang.
What are you doing?
Throwing acid splash at this dude.
In the back?
So it's an orb of acid, and I need a DC 16 Dex check from the incapacitated guy and the guy next to him right here.
All right. What's the DC again?
16 Dex.
Both fail.
Excellent. They're going to take. Why does it say? Okay, yeah, it is.
You don't have to roll to hit with that?
No.
Okay.
It says it's a Dex check. Fuck. Threw me off my groove.
You weren't grooving anyway.
Fuck you. For 10 points of acid damage.
All right. So that's this one and this one?
Yep.
Cool.
Oof.
And
And a 10 on my wild magic surge. It is
all right.
now.
Now it's 3 or worse. Derry, you are stunned. Go ahead and make a. Let me find it again. I deleted it. But give me a second. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, you're stunned. You can't even recover one point of intelligence until you get some sort of healing. So for right now, you're just drooling.
Oh, good. Dragon zombie.
Semi-conscious. And Dopey, it's your turn.
So Dopey's gonna turn, and he's gonna look at the bugbear straight in the eyes and say, "You thought I was retired? That is what I wanted you to think."
Bonus action, both of you are. You make a dex save right now.
14.
All right, so he beats you, and with one hand, he just reaches out and snatches the hat off your head. You suck back into your not normal halfling-looking form, but into your normal changeling appearance.
Would that be considered an attack against Dopey?
Not in this case.
Okay.
Because they rolled against each other.
Why would I look like the? Okay.
Just
Can I have my
changes
hat
your
back?
appearance. And he just goes, you think I didn't see? And he just throws it to the ground.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and attack him twice.
Okay.
That's a 21 and a 17.
Both of those will hit. 17 or a 24?
17.
And wait. Don't you have
'Cause
3
I'm-
levels of exhaustion?
Yeah, which is why I rolled each attack twice.
So it's 21 and 17.
And a 17.
Okay, I saw the 17 plus 7. I was like, wait a minute, what? But I understand. Both hit.
So that is 24 damage because I get to do sneak attack on him as well.
Okay, how do you want to do it?
I am going to stab him directly in the throat and say, "Don't ever fucking touch me again."
And
That was my hat.
you just go, you'll have to hit me higher than that. And he dies.
All right, then I'm going to look at the rest of the kobold and say, "Who's fucking next?"
So all of them see your ghost white appearance, and they're like, "Oh, a changeling!" And it would be the bugbear's turn, but it's actually Dodagor's turn.
I'm gonna bonus action. I need a DC. What is it? 13 con save from this one.
This one here?
And yeah. And then also, since he got killed, Hex is gonna get recast on this one right in front of me.
Okay, this one fails his save.
Cool. So let me know if he makes more than one attack, or if he makes 2 attacks in a round,
I will.
because then he'll just take 1d8.
Okay,
Necrotic damage.
this one or this one?
This one,
All right. What else?
and then Hex is recast on this boy right here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna try and hit the guy right in front of me.
There's 2 guys to me that are right in front of you. Natty 20?
Well, I'm gonna hit this guy,
Okay.
and
Want
then
the
I'll
crit
roll.
chart?
Yep.
Okay. Excuse me.
5.
So you feel it's imperative to press the advantage no matter the cost. In this case, you have the choice. You can gain advantage against for all your next attacks until your next turn ends, but if you do, everyone else gets advantage on you as well.
Nah.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your damage.
18 on the kobold right here.
All right. And how do you want to do it?
I want to take his head clean off.
Snicker snack. His head separates from his shoulder.
2 points back.
And for the remainder of the kobolds, the one becomes...
Oh, this one I'm about to swing on. I only swung on this dude once.
Oh,
that
okay.
was
Go
bonus
ahead.
action.
Go for it.
17.
Okay, that hits.
13 damage.
All right. It's enough to hurt him, but it does not kill him. Ow!
That's fine.
And, okay. Okay. He's dead. He's not dead. He's not dead. All right, so the remaining kobolds, seeing their bugbear leader just get punked by this strange changeling, they all turn tail. Now, this one, Tilly, you get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. With advantage, right?
Why?
From the crit, I get advantage on him for the rest of combat.
It wasn't for the rest of combat. It was for until your next turn, and it was against the person that you killed already.
Okay.
So
he
it's just
crit
a
both of them?
regular.
I critted both of them.
But the roll for that crit was only one of them. And
Okay.
that was the first one.
22.
Okay, that hits.
5 points.
Okay. So it stops him cold in his tracks, and he doesn't get to move away. Dodagor, you get to go ahead and roll an attack of opportunity on this dude right here. Okay, that'll fail. And the 4 of these guys, or the 3 of these guys that are left, they all start sprinting.
Are we about to do another chase?
I don't know. We'll see.
We don't need to. I mean, what the fuck do they have that we want?
And it's like, oh no!
Kobold loot,
And
get out of here.
you guys can kind of see a little bit more of the alley. And these guys, let's just roll. Okay, natural 20. Yep, one of them just stops short in this puddle and just and you guys hear ah! And it takes his ankle clean off and his foot's stuck on the trap and he just keels over in the puddle and dies. But the last two managed to make their way away from you guys.
Nice.
You're left with a bunch of dead bodies and one slightly living kobold.
I hit it. If we're out of combat order, I hit it.
Okay. Roll damage.
Okay.
What's your alignment, Wes?
Lawful good.
Okay.
Not anymore.
So you just murdered this dude who was trying to run away. That's cool. I'll think about that for later. But yeah, he dies right in front of you. He just is crushed
And-
under your axe there.
Dopey's gonna search the bugbear.
I'm gonna
Okay.
search the kobolds.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You
be
guys don't
retarded.
find a lot of useful stuff there, but you turn and you see Derry is not doing so good. He is actively drooling, and it's like acid, and it's getting onto his breastplate, and it's just like tarnishing it where it splashes onto it. By now, this puddle right here is like this ichor-ridden, disgusting ectoplasmic mixed with like sewage water puddle.
Did Sally die?
He didn't die, but he
No,
doesn't
like
have.
in real life.
No, he's fine.
No, he's,
Okay,
he's pretending to be asleep.
He's pretending.
Yeah, for the
So he is completely
All right,
delirious.
Role play. Oh, I
He
love it.
stands, but he doesn't really respond to any input.
Should just lean him forward so he's drilling not onto his armor.
So you guys
I mean,
lean him forward,
guide
and he just kind of slumps and falls onto the ground. He's got that like toddler fell asleep pose where he's on his knees, his ass is up in the air, but his head is just on the ground.
all right, we guide him. I mean, the best we could do is either drag him back to the bar and get the healer who lives across the street or the potion lady.
Okay. You guys also have some potions with you, but you never know what can happen with that potion, to be honest.
Real
So-
quick, I'm going to use my second wind. It's a bonus action. I regain 1d10 plus 5 hit points.
Go for it.
So 6.
So you guys are out of combat, and I'm taking it that you head back to the tavern.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It is late. It is post-closing time. Everybody is pretty much in bed. As far as you can tell, no one decided to stick around and wait up for you guys.
Oh, by the way, I also grabbed my hat and put it back in my pack
Okay.
and changed back into Dopey.
Sounds good. You guys arrive back at the tavern. Eugene's there. Kaz is sleeping in his corner, but otherwise, it's quiet.
Tilly goes and pets Eugene.
Make an animal handling check. You're not Cervantes anymore.
I attempt to bring Derry up to wherever his room is. I think it's this one, right?
I think so too.
I'm gonna go ahead and help with that, even though I'm
Okay.
not doing so hot myself.
He goes, and you guys lay him down.
I
in
lay
bed.
him on his side.
So that if he vomits, he doesn't choke on it like Bond.
Well, that way he's not just choking on his spit and dying in his sleep.
Yep. All right. So you managed to rest the brainless dragonborn into bed, and what else are we doing?
I don't know where any healer would be until the morning, so I'm gonna try and sleep.
Okay.
That's not Darius' bed.
Where was that
There's-
animal handling check?
Go to
Was that
my
11?
room.
We literally asked, and you didn't say anything.
I hadn't zoomed to that part of the map.
Okay.
This guy did.
So, yeah, Tilly, you pet the cat without managing to make it too mad, and he's just kind of like.
And then I go to my bed. Or my room and suck into my shell. And then I remember I can't.
You can
Okay.
suck everything but your head in.
Yeah.
All right, make sure that you guys added those magical items that you found in the tower to your character sheet. Donagor, if you did a quick Arcana check for me.
$17.
You have 2 paper birds. That's what those 2 sheets of paper actually were. 2 paper birds. Everybody else knows what you got.
Cool.
And yeah, that's where we will call it for tonight. Thanks to everybody that was hanging out and watching us play some Dungeons and Dragons. We're going to be here the same bat time, same bat place next week, Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Eugene and the Stoners to hang out and have a great time playing some Dungeons and Dragons. Guys, we will talk more about the Stone of Galore. We will talk more about Xanathar and his guild. And we will talk more about breakfast next time on hashtag justdndthings. Thanks everybody for supporting the channel. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night. Hey guys, it's me, Naked, and on behalf of the crew, I just wanted to say thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, please consider hitting the like button, and if you want to see more D&D tomfoolery, please feel free to subscribe, as more videos are on the way. You can also catch us live every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/nakedshamus. Just follow the link below. Thanks again for watching. Farewell for now.